I assume since Sam is here, Sam probably wants in, and it's been forever since Sam got in.
Yay!
I know, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna invite people, you probably invite Sam. Just be nice. Don't mean to offend
on his head right now. Don't shoot the messenger, bro.
Good, bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
Don't shoot me, Dunn.
Good point. You bring up an excellent observation.
Room has been disbanded by the host. Get out.
Yeah, Fred, why are you
nothing of the sort.
This is Sparta. This is Sparta. This is Sparta.
Let's try this again.
What's good, y'all? Aww. Give him some merch. We're just messing with you, Silver. Give him some merch. Heck yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so my game is glitched out something fierce. I may
I
have to restart.
I got it.
Yeah, you may have to do something.
I will make the room. What's good, y'all? What up?
Silver, my boy. Can you check your settings to see, because you're not coming through on the stream. So make sure you share your voice in the party settings.
Yo, Shinjay with the raid and the host to start off a great episode of the podcast. Shinjay's got news for us all.
Oh,
when he gets the chance.
Shinjay has news?
Yeah, he has news. Something like an announcement for him personally he wants to share with us. So when he gets time, he may show up. Shinjay, shout you out, bro. Shout out to Shinjay, bro. Is it coming through now?
You're coming through, but not on the stream. In the party settings, allow your voice to be shared. Always allowed. Yeah.
I got it.
All right, so now we'll get started. Welcome. Oh, Shinjay said give him 20 minutes. All right, cool. So where are we at? Right. So who wants to go first?
Hold on, I'm going to check.
Sam's already here, so Frag and Clank are already here. All right, so we'll switch up. We'll switch up after a couple matches. Gundam's tomorrow.
Yes.
Gundam's tomorrow.
Hopefully I have time tomorrow.
We're gonna Toku it up today. So Gundam tomorrow. We're Tokuing it up because we got Toku news today. But Gundam tomorrow, guaranteed. Thank you for the follow, Blaze. Not the Blaze that. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Anyway, welcome to episode 68. We're on 68 episodes, and we've been doing this for how long? We've been doing this?
2 years.
Going on 2 years.
Wow.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
I put a question mark in it. That's besides the point. We got some great news today. This is awesome sauce.
Yay.
We're gonna talk superheroes Senki. We're gonna talk Saber. We're gonna talk Zenkaiger, and we're gonna talk merch. So let's say hello to our series regulars. We got our resident jukebox. Say hi, jukebox.
Hi, jukebox.
Give him 25 cents to play your song.
That one's for you, Frag.
How the hell?
Say hello to our resident old man and Gundam pilot, Frag. He's been doing this since Amuro was still in diapers.
So you see 60 something, I guess.
Yes.
Hi, I'm here.
Oh god.
Welcome to the most annoying person I could ever fight ever. Fine. Say hi, Clank.
Oh, hi, how you doing?
You're dead.
That's right.
That's just how we work, Clank.
That's all I need. I gotta do something to hurt Echo.
Not yet. We got our resident mascot and punching bag. Say hi, Blaze.
Blazer said he had to go somewhere.
No, the punching back is back. Also, Echo, go screw yourself.
Nah, bro. Can't do that. I'm not drunk enough.
I'm back with backup Eminem. I'm good. Alright, what are we doing?
Well, you're gonna let me finish the introduction. And we got my fellow TikTok.
I'm running away from all of that.
No, do what you gotta do.
We got my fellow TikTok in the
I
building.
can afford to take
What's up? What up, big fella Silver in the building.
Konnichiwa, minasan. How y'all doing?
Oh God, dude.
And then we have the return of good boy Sam. Say hi, Sam.
Hello.
Alright, enthusiasm, I like it. And your host,
Love you.
Echo.
Oh, we have so many people here today.
Yeah, this is wild. We wild.
What's the point of this?
No. Skip. No,
This is my fault.
Well, just to confirm,
I'm sorry, I stole that.
Silver and
Who
Sam,
needs to
can
come
you guys,
back from the dead? Am I right?
Silver and Sam, can you guys go talk a bit on your mics just so you can make sure you guys are coming through on the stream?
Yes.
Say that again?
Yeah.
I already made sure. I already had my settings adjusted, so mine should be good now.
Hopefully.
Okay, yep, you guys are good.
Silver.
I just wanted to confirm. I can hear everybody on the stream. Everyone's coming through.
Well,
Yeah, so all our voices are saved. And we
Alright.
don't have us talking into oblivion like we sometimes do.
Look, okay, I be tired. I don't sometimes I forget to check the settings. I'm working on it.
Sometimes it's not your fault, Echo.
But I'm taking blame as the host.
Always.
As I pass you the
Alright,
mic
fine.
and get to the news and slap Clank with a wet noodle.
Oh, news time? Yay, news time. All right.
He said a wet news.
So, first thing off, we'll start off with a teeny little bit of Ultra news that we got this week.
Ultra news.
Haruki will be appearing in Trigger.
Yes.
I'm
As a
still
cameo.
not sure how that works.
Dude, dimension hop.
Your
Don't
guess
worry
is
about
as good as mine.
Your guess is as
Do
good
we
as
not
mine.
know how many times that Ultraman done linked up nowadays?
Yeah,
At this
but
point?
like,
Back in my day,
Universal barriers don't matter in Ultraman.
not
in,
anymore.
it.
They
Oh,
sure
you're
don't.
living.
back in Frag's day.
Man, I'm seeing
All
many
we had was
Ultraman
the
hop
RX-7.
through multiple dimensions like it was nothing. And they made it look like a piece of pie to them. It's just a piece of cake. No dimension has a certain barrier when it comes down to Ultraman. They can just go wherever they feel.
Well,
No matter-
except for, all the ways that isn't true. And they've contradicted themselves like 3 times in the last decade over it. But it doesn't matter!
Once again, at this point, that's basically where I'm going with it. It don't matter to Ultras at this point.
And then no
It's
other
gonna happen.
moment you talk about Frank.
Alright.
Alright.
But yeah, he's gonna appear. It's probably imagine it's probably just gonna be a cameo like G did in Zed or everything like that. Cameo for a fight and whatnot.
Yeah, just a little team up, just a little team
You know,
up.
New Gen Michio, like how X did Victory in the
Yeah. What I thought was a solid.
I'm sorry, Soul!
So that movie is still just
They're not doing a movie for that.
Let me dream, man. Let me dream.
Did they
Yeah, they
say
said
they were canceling it?
no. They just said they weren't doing it.
That's right. That did not get a movie. I'm sorry. I just thought about that.
It seemed like the ending of that was setting up for a movie.
It could have been, but the way that it left off, it's like,
I'm also short.
because from what
Nah,
I've
you're
seen,
good.
Definitely
I messed up in a big way.
because for what I've seen in most new generation movies, nowadays in the past 2 years, it mostly takes place in the same city. Like every host and Ultra has stayed in the same place, unless they were just going someplace else to do whatever. Probably like
Well,
World
the
War
problem is that Haruki just went to space with his bro Zay.
II. Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Just left the planet behind. It's like,
No, he left it in charge
you
of all
guys.
the robos.
Yeah, and that's what I mean there, because
we established that the Robos couldn't do shit without Ultraman.
Except for all the ways they could do shit with and without Ultraman. Haruki was the worst pilot there.
Okay, to
So
be
if
fair,
Haruki hadn't been
to
piloting
be fair,
those,
so the best moment of the series was when they didn't have Ultraman. That was the best moment at the very end there. For that one half an episode. That was the best part of it. Regardless. Alright, that's our ultra news. In a smaller bit of Kamen Rider news, just before we get to the bigger things, Wizard is now on the Toei channel. The first 2 episodes. So Wizard joined the YouTube play. What's up? I think that's most everybody. I don't know who's left.
That's not good. Yeah, I'm done. Oh! That's on me. I died super early. Like, Clank just cornered me and took me out.
To be fair, I would have died if I didn't have that.
Yes, but rematch.
Oh,
Rematch!
Mash that O button, boy.
Jesus Christ.
Wizard first
Some of the
episode.
energy.
Jesus Christ. You're scaring the
I like the energy.
Next, what's our next bit of news? Real quick,
I'm just
so
checking
sorry.
to see if there's any writers on there that are still missing.
Alright.
I think nope, Agito's there. I think with Wizard that's almost everybody except maybe like Forze.
Did Drive? Oh no, Drive was.
Because wasn't Forza before Wizard?
Yes.
Or am I tripping?
But they're posting it on the YouTube channel in random order. So
Yeah.
Whoever.
Forze, Ghost, X8 might be the last one missing.
Someone has a crackly mic.
I was about to say whoever's beatboxing tonight.
That's
be
Sam.
careful.
That's Sam.
Yeah.
Don't lose. Don't lose.
Damn, it sounds like the wind's blowing through your mic.
Oh, sorry. Let me.
Or your cord is like haywire.
I guess I can't feel the heat.
Still going. Alright, anyway.
Go on. Oh. Yeah.
Alright, next thing. Just another small little bit. Sword of Logos Saga Part 2 is going to be coming out with the Blu-ray, focusing on Tenzan Excalibur. The first one was translated. It filled in a lot of the backstory from like 15 years ago in the previous iteration of the guild, so I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, I won't blame it because I saw the Sword of Logos Part 1.
Any more backstory on Kento and what he did with Excalibur and why he did it. So yeah. Anyway, now for some of the big stuff. We got TTFC, Toei Tokusatsu Fan Club. We got Blades X Spectre. We got the crossover everybody wanted after Ghost vs. Saber.
So pretty
Blades and
much,
Spectre.
if you guys were here for our earlier rant, hold on, Sam.
What is
I'm
happening?
going to give you the 7 Dragon Balls. Okay, use it and win your fight.
Hey, get off me first.
No disrespect to Sam.
with
Yeah, Sam, your mic's still cracked.
I've been off the entire time.
Oh my gosh, it is. Alright, sorry Sam. We're gonna blame Blaze now. Goddamn Blaze.
Probably is.
Oh my god, how the hell did
Blaze, is it you?
I'm sorry, Soul.
I'm just looking at the party thing, and it looks like it's coming from
Okay.
Sam.
You cocky.
Okay.
What did I get back for again?
I have the menu pulled up. I can check and see right now. So I'm gonna start with Blaze first. Okay, nope, it's still going.
Alright, Blaze,
I'm
you're
gonna need another
forgiven.
rematch.
Blaze, you're forgiven.
Yep, it's Sam's mic.
It's probably one of those things where it's like trying to
Where the
trying
wire's
to cut
engaging and then disengaging.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, your wire might be
I've
unplugged
had
or
that happen.
coming out or something like that, Sam.
No, this again. We're not.
They're part of
we're
a group.
Trying not to be real disrespectful, man. Like Sam,
Yeah,
we want to hear you come in
against
clear,
you,
bro.
Sam. It's just
It's common.
We want to hear you come in clear, bro. It's been like ages since we did see you, bro. Wait, if you want, you can. I don't know if you can connect through your phone and we can hear you that way, because I know that's possible now.
Yeah, I've done it before, so. Hold on. Let me see.
okay. That's how his mic is off. All right.
Alright, sorry, Sam.
Controllers are garbage.
At least Sam is still like in the room. That's good.
Where are we at with news now? I'm sorry, man.
All right, we were doing Spectre versus Blades.
Oh, right. And if you guys weren't here for like the pre-show, you would know how like I'm happy for Ghost. in those fans and how I want this to multiple so good. That's all. I don't want to go out in Decatur. That's my life.
And this one, the Spectre versus Blades one, seems like the one they were kind of building towards with Saber versus Ghost. Like, that was just pretty cool. This is the one that really has the meat and everything. It hasn't been subbed yet, so I haven't quite seen it, but there's a lot of good stuff. Blades gets a new form. Hold on. Blades gets a new form based on Spectre. And Cannon is a writer now.
Yep.
Bro, her form is Pink Spectre. Alright, let me get a...
That looks so cool.
I will nitpick the name. It's just Cannon Spectre. I was kind of hoping they would be a little more creative, but oh well.
I mean, that really was cool.
That would feel good.
It's been 5 years since Ghost, so...
We'll take a look at
I'm gonna say
I got you,
in terms of, like, that is a very cute Kamehameha suit, in my opinion. That is a cute one. That's
yeah, it's just Inspector, but it's pink. It's pink and
And
that
also,
one I was... Oh, go ahead.
this means that her actor, Miyokudo, I believe it's her name.
Sorry, I tried to hit him. Sorry.
She is now the first female in the, both a writer and a ranger club.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
there was we had a previous actress be in both Ultra and Sentai, and now it's Cannon's like, yeah, now it's writer time. She's here. She's cool.
yeah.
Was it live?
We had
I looked up the previous ranger and Sentai actors. They were Tyranno Ranger
Oh right, but no, I
the
mean,
actor for Tyranno Ranger slash
is also
Jay.
Kamen Rider J. Yes.
yeah, and we also
And
had
then-
Red Busters and Gold Busters as Kamehameha Quest.
We also have Shinken Golden, but that wasn't what I wasn't talking about the fellas. I was talking about the ladies. Yeah, but
Oh well,
She's the first female. She is the first
we're talking about
female to
female?
join the
Okay,
club.
yeah, but
Yeah.
like there was one who was in Ultraman. I forgot her name.
Yeah, Kazu Ranger. He's a Kazu Ranger Black, and he's
There was
Oh no,
if we're
wait.
talking about in terms of
I'm trying to
actors
hit
that
him.
weren't writers,
I'm
then we had
talking-
old girl.
I'm talking
from,
about actress. Yes, actress.
Oh, I
She's
got
you.
from Showa
A female
era.
who has joined the in multiple franchises
Yes.
club.
Yeah.
She was
Well,
in
anyone
Showa.
like that?
That's what
Well,
I'm
there
trying
was
to
a-
get to, boys.
I'm gonna say always. I was about to mention there was.
Continue.
You be right back.
No,
I
I'm
was
saying
about to
continue. I gotta invite Shinji.
Oh, gotcha. There.
I got you, bro. No, what I was referring to though was someone who got to like be a. She had like I think she had the Ultra suit and she was in a Showa era Sentai, but I forgot the name of it. Shinji's here.
Yep.
Now we gotta make sure he gets
I'm
picked
not
up
sure.
on the stream.
Hey, Shinji.
Hey, what's up?
Can you check your settings real quick to make sure you're?
Yep, I just did. It
Okay.
sounded like you came through fine, so.
I just
Should be
wanna-
good.
I just want to make sure. All
Yep,
right,
I get you.
Shinji. Before we get to your news, right?
Yeah,
We gotta finish up newsroom time around here.
yeah, do your thing, man. I'm
Welcome
watching
back,
shit.
bro. Welcome back.
All right. So, the last little bit of news. I guess we'll go into the big. We got a trailer for Superhero Senki, showing off the villains and the basic plot structure and all that. It looks good. Like, I'm hyped. It gives me a lot of over quarters vibes. The Geo movies, which I
Yeah.
guess makes sense since they're also anniversary movies.
My thing with Overquarter is I kind of don't want Superhero Senki to be exactly like oh, I remember Overquarter was definitely fun at the very end where Geo got hit the Homa
Yeah,
powers
but
and all
I
these
feel
other
like
writers
it
came
takes
out of
too long
nowhere.
to get to the fun part.
Yeah,
Like with
but at
Heisei
least with
Generation
Superhero
Forever.
Yeah, so hopefully with Senki it does not have to be the case.
Or can I say something? Like, doesn't Shinken Green look kind of out of place? Like, I don't know, just like, something weird about just him being there.
I feel like they tried to get who they could at the time.
Yeah, that's mostly how it be.
So
in
like,
most-
My thing with Senki, because we're a little kickback from last week. We got to see the poster. This week we got to see the trailer, and everything on that poster, outside of one thing, hasn't been in the trailer. But that's fine because you kind of gotta save that. Oh yeah, you got me there. But you kind of gotta save that because that's a big thing. You know?
But why bother putting him on the poster now?
Yes, definitely. But like, I hope it just brings us back to the pure enjoyment that was the first two Tyson films. Not Showa vs. Heisei, not GP because GP was awful. I'm sorry if you like GP, more power to you. Because I know what it's like to like a series that's like not like that.
There is quite a bit of good stuff that I see in the trailer. I'm shouting out the designs for the Zenkaiser Megiddo and the Writer World.
Yeah.
Because they're basically another writers. They basically use that same concept again. I dig them. I love that he instead of having a sword, the Writer World has just a metal bat with nails sticking out of it for his sword.
He looks like a brick though, and I'm just like, I love the metal bat. I'm just sort of like his body. No, and yet
because
it works.
Because the belt has like the books going through the sword, and so they do that there with the head. That's kind of the thing they're going with. The other one is the Zenkaiser. It's like another Zenkaiser coming out of like a book. It just, when you see it in full, it's just like, what the hell is going on with you, dude?
Oh, nice!
Yeah.
With the
Zenkaiser, I thought looked great. How did you kill me? I had like 200 health.
That does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's like it hits like Ghost, but like Ghost is Ghost.
So yours has armor.
But yeah, this makes me really, really hyped for the movie.
Oh yeah.
We also get, just pointing out, there's that mysterious kid, because there's always a mysterious kid in these kinds of movies.
Unfortunately.
There are the rumors and things saying it's like a young Ichinomori. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, I thought hear that go.
I'm just gonna shout that out.
You could just say he got jacked up.
Boo.
Boo that, people. That was low effort punstery.
So back to Senki. It's great, and like we kind of touched on this last week. The trailer showed us one potential thing that's happening. Ninjas. Ninjas.
Oh, yeah. I know Echo's really excited about that ninja team
because that gives me so many ideas of greatness.
Okay. Like it's very easy to see. Oh, Kenzan and what's his name? Ninja
Red.
Ninja Red. They're both spinning into battle. But if you look in the background there's Aka Ninja, Hurricane Red, and Kamen Rider Zed Cross. Yeah.
Oh,
the
nice.
ninjas are teaming up.
All the ninjas.
So
in this movie.
want all the cars to team up. God dang it, let it happen.
That would be cool.
Freaking, just let it happen.
Drive, Car Ranger, Go on Red,
Kira May Red if you want.
Kira May Red, Turbo Ranger, Turbo Red. Just vroom vroom motherfuckers.
Just let it happen. Let it happen. I'm so hyped for Senki because it's been a while since we had a traditional Tyson film between Sentai and so good. The last three were pretty moving, and the X8 one wasn't good. I'm sorry. Which is stupid because X8 and Kira. No. It was Cho Hero Tyson. He's forgettable.
Okay, at least I got
you know
range.
That was
part of me kind of forgot. Yeah, part of me kind of forgot that happened. I cannot lie. As much as I like X8, part of me did forget that happened.
Yeah.
All right. And is that what we're talking about with the trailer?
They did confirm that Zenkaiser and Saber will go on break. when the Olympics come, and I think before then there will be like a crossover to promote said movie. Like how I don't know with them specifically, but I know with I know that they've done this before previously, like with Gaim and the Tokugers teamed up in that special, the Drive and the Ninjas, and then X8 and Q Ranger and Ghost and Zoo Ranger. Juoger. I am so sorry. Juoger. Yes, they teamed up, you know, to a little cross promotion there, which was cool.
It's possible.
Bill didn't get one.
Bill did not.
Bill should have got one.
Bill never crossed over with the loop hats. Loop and Zoda. Alright.
Should have happened. So that's going to be a thing. Superhero Senki, hype yourselves up. But I want to say not too hype so you guys don't get hurt.
My only thing about crossovers like this, and this is the main thing that I love, that I enjoy seeing, and stuff like this.
Oh, we got one more bit of news related to it. That knows what I'm talking about. So we'll do that first.
Are we talking about the early scans we got?
Yeah.
I was gonna get to the early scans next.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
One thing I was just gonna mention in terms of this movie, like I'm not getting super like I am excited for it. But the only thing that I mostly want to see, really executed well, just like in the Tyson film, is as long as they show that sense and touch and feel of the passion that writers and Sentai have, like they did in the first Superhero Tyson movie, I will be fine with that. I'll be fine with it.
The first two were really good in that regard.
It definitely, it just seems like it has that feel, just based on trailer. Obviously, trailer can't tell you everything, and trailer's trying to watch it.
Which is very true.
But based on the trailer, I'm feeling that vibe.
Yeah, the same here. The way they introduced it and all the other stuff is like, yes, it's really cool.
The boys are back in town. That's all I gotta say.
Exactly. And then again, you never know though. You have to be better safe.
Yeah, that's why I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't want to be let down like the last three Tyson films. Show was the biggest disappointment. The setup was there, and they did. I'm upset about that.
Right.
But hey, the Amazons got to be in there. I hate the Amazons. It's a shit. I know this probably won't happen, but I want Showa Amazon to meet Heisei Amazon. Let it happen. But it probably won't. But I want that to happen. It was a missed opportunity in the show. It was.
Oh well.
Well, back to finish off our Senki news. We'll right into the scans.
We got some early scan drops. Starting off with the Senki related ones. Saber's getting a Zenkaiser for the movie. I'm pretty sure it's for the movie.
Yep. It's for the movie.
But it's a I love the book. The book is a redo of Dragonic Knight, and it just has everybody lined up in the background. It's just this massive picture with all the writers and the Red Sentai on it. I really want that book so much. I don't usually collect movie merch, but I want that freaking book. Oh, that book looks so good. The form itself is basically just honestly, it looks more like Zenkaiser than the Saber. Just like
it really is
just Zenkaiser. It's just Zenkaiser with the silhouette of Saber, basically. No, it looks pretty dope. Unfortunately, we don't have any like rider-based form for Zenkaiser right now. Oh well. Maybe we'll get something. Yeah. But that's the only big thing we got for Saber related. Now, the Zenkaisers, on the other hand, are getting super updated.
Yeah. I'm upset.
The Zenkaisers.
Please, you are not.
Oh,
Keto!
No.
Oh, we got action happening.
Screw that.
Oh no!
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Someone get hit with this. Join in.
What the heck is happening?
Hyper has hyper armor.
There's too much going on.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
You're gonna kill one of them. I gotta. Oh, I shouldn't have taken this damage, actually. This is a bad
Sam, your
idea.
mic's fixed.
Yeah, I think my fan was on. Like my actual, like,
okay.
Get up.
Oh no! Jack King.
Ooh. Oh, this match is going down to the wire.
Ooh,
Are they gonna kill Beast?
I'm gonna make. Oh god.
Oh!
Ah! Can't run!
It don't work.
No! No!
Oh shit! Oh, sorry.
I was stuck to the wall. I was trying.
Yeah!
I should have focused Xade.
No, because like you got him off, but I was already on the wall. I was dead either way. I just got my heal back.
Anyway,
Alright.
the other half of the scans,
Mm-hmm.
we're getting Super Zenkaiser and Super 2 Kaiser.
Yeah.
Super Zenkaiser is based on Dragon Caesar, aka the Dragon Zord from MMPR, and Super 2 Kaiser is based off of the V-Rex, aka the Q-Rex from Time Force.
Yep,
Ooh.
they get dragon mechas.
One of my favorite Zords.
Now, I think it's cool.
Oh,
I think
that
the
looks
forms look
really
dope.
cool. They look really cool.
Zenkaiser is basically just wearing Dragon Zord armor, just
Yeah.
fully, just a complete suit of Dragon Zord armor.
And then they have the mech, which is the combined forms of both.
At least what the early scans have shown so far,
Yeah.
which is just like a T-Rex form based on T-Rex.
What's up?
There's a dragon Zord
Kind of
armor.
a combo of T-Rex / Dragon Zord.
My
the art
only
in
complaint
between-
about it though, in terms of Super Zenkaiser, I personally would have went with a Showa Sentai era mech, but that's the personal nitpick. Because otherwise the form is great. Like I enjoy it.
Also, before I get into the little complaints, for the combined mode, it looks like 2 Kaiser is actually going to become Chibi, like his Rose.
Oh.
And then the Chibi form will combine with Zenkai with Super Zenkaiser. So it looks like Super Zenkaiser is finally going to be able to grow like everybody else. And then Chibi 2 Kaiser is going to combine. That's how it's going to work. So it's an interesting combination they have there. My only complaint, the same as Echo's, is we already have Jew Ranger representation with Jurat. So we've had him since episode 1.
That's a lot.
We've had the Daijujin representative here.
No.
So I mean, we didn't really need another Jew Ranger based power up. We could have gone with someone else.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a nitpick because the armor itself is actually really dope. It's just one of those things where it's like, personally, I would have went with something different. You know, fuck it. We have the rep as it is. Thank you, Fred.
And I mean, I get why. Those two Zords are honestly very
this.
similar, just in basic shape and whatnot. So I get why they would want to combine those two specifically, but it's just we have Daijujin already represented. So.
Sure.
Guido Meko!
Oh, is Echo going to get him?
Oh, I got
the
correct
first one, baby.
Echo got him! Ooh, with both of them. Now Echo's just beating the shit out of Clank.
Getting my ass. What? Got no help. Nah.
The birds!
I will not be killed by the birds again.
Oh, you got killed by a kick.
Dang.
I couldn't do anything.
Alright, so
Esters, get the boot.
moving right along with our news.
That's basically it for the scans.
Yep.
I
Also,
think
there
that's
was one
Really?
scan for Saber, but that's a whole spoiler.
Huh?
Oh, you didn't see that?
Did you post it in the spoiler zone?
No. I just I saw a video of it. Legit scans. So
I mean-
spoiler alert for Saber. Storius.
Oh, yeah. Storius gets a rider form.
Yep.
Or what looks like a rider form. I saw that too. You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
Alright. And that's about it.
We can talk about that when we get to it.
Oh yeah.
But I do like that Storius is coming into prominence as the final villain. The rider form is just a sleeker version of like his usual monster form. So I'm not too surprised by that. It looks fine. I guess I'll have to see it in show. To make a final
Yeah.
decision, but
And
it looks fine. It looks menacing enough for me.
Is that
It's
all
got
we
his usual big old antlers. So
Yeah, you're right. Is that all for news?
That's it for the big news from like the main free.
Okay.
I do want to shout out Gandine though. Gandine had its first episode premiere.
Oh, you're talking about the I want to
wheelchair toku.
Is it indie? Is it indie or not?
It's an indie toku, yeah.
Okay, because I was asking because the main toku hero in that show is Toki Wasogo's actor.
Yeah, the actor of Toki Wasogo plays it.
Yeah.
But I just want to shout out that the first episode of Gandine is out, and I haven't seen it yet, but I really like the concept of it.
Oh yeah,
it's mad okay. Like it was better than I thought. Like I went into it thinking, oh, this is gonna be like cheap, dumb, and trashy, and it's like this is actually not half bad. I would not mind a full season of this.
Fact.
No, I think
they don't have a Super Eye Productions budget, so like the fight between him and this monster that's like 20 feet tall looks kind of awkward. It kind of has a questionable job of showing off the actual scale of what's going on, but it's really legit.
So like Dokkenji.
It helps that I like it helps that I like the designs of both the monster and the hero. I think they look pretty rad.
I also just think it's cool that he's a wheelchair bound superhero. You don't see those a lot.
You do not. You see him a bit in Western media.
A bit, but even then, if you see a hero with disabilities, they're usually like blind or deaf, not paralyzed.
This goes to show anybody can be a hero. And
I just think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
That is like I just love that message. Anybody can be a hero.
And also, like the wheelchair actually becomes a part of the suit.
Yep.
It's not like it's not like he just magically gets his leg back. No, it's part of him, and I really dig that.
He's really
just from a messaging standpoint. So I hope the series someone subs the series and we can watch it. I hope it does well. So yeah. I think that's it for all the major bits of news.
All right. So I'm gonna
unless
pass
anyone else
the
has
mic.
any surprise news.
I'm going to pass the mic on to our boy Shinji. He's been waiting in the wings for his time to shine. He's got a special announcement. So Shinji, take the mic.
I don't know what the special announcement is.
You got announcements, my boy.
What announcements, man?
Come on, man. Don't hype me up like that.
Oh, no announcement?
No announcements until next month.
Oh, next month. Okay, I'm sorry, I jumped the gun.
That's cool.
And Echo Cyber.
Of course.
Real quick.
Nah. I'm playing. But,
I'm sorry.
Beep beep. Here comes the sound train.
They're so excited.
Yeah, I could be.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'll let these guys finish.
But yeah, the announcement was for next month, but for you guys, it's special.
Hey.
So I don't know if the last time I came by, I mentioned I was in this organization, but I left it because not wrong. I just didn't feel comfortable, like you know.
Okay.
Not wrong. It was just I felt like fighting games wasn't like going anywhere with them. So I left. Let them do their Apex and all that. No harm done. I mean, the owner's a little sad that I dipped.
That's fine.
But I just saw no growth for fighting games.
Correct.
So I'm doing my own thing. Going back to ground zero with the new org that I'm reviving from 2012 that I had. So I changed the name. But Mr. Echo here.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I jumped the gun. I apologize.
Nah, that's all. But Mr. Echo here is going to be part of the team.
Oh, that's official then. Yeah.
And so is the
fighting game team.
Oh.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and so is us. Oh god.
Wait till you hear the name. Then it'll all make sense.
Wait, I'm not ready for this. Hold on.
But also, I welcome you guys to be a part of it since I will be supporting the Riders of the Grid podcast. Yay!
Gotta love it with friendship work.
So you got me, but I'm not gonna give away the name yet. But the theme is based off of Go Kaiser.
Wait, I'm liking this.
Nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and continue, please. I'm liking this.
And that's all he needed to hear. I always wanted to make a team like Sentai based. You know how you see esports teams are all rocking the same freaking color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Each member's gonna be a different color.
We are a
Alright.
Sentai in the esports world. I love it.
Yeah. So like, even though Echo, I got people in there, but Echo's gonna be the red. Is red. Doesn't mean he's the leader. I'm the leader.
So you're gonna be white. All right. Because the only color that trumps red is white. Just so we all know.
Listen, man. Just because my last name is white doesn't mean I have to be white. But,
It's a Sentai rule. Big One was the leader, and he was a white, and then
Big One
Ninja
is
White
awesome.
Ninja White was the leader, and she was a
Ninja
white.
White is
but then
And then Dick Kaiser right now.
true. But continue, Shinjay.
I don't know. Me and white colors don't blend well. Unless it's sneakers.
All right, fine.
But yeah, I'm gonna be gold and silver because my trait is kind of like Lupin X. How he can be gold and silver.
Oh man,
Lupin X.
I like it.
So yeah, we got so far a red. We have a purple. Soon.
All right.
We're Q Ranger boys. We got a big roster.
Yeah, we got a big roster.
Heck yeah.
So, but it's not just for like you know, going to events and all that, because I want to focus on like streaming and you know what you guys do with the podcast, YouTube, stuff like that. It's not just a big gaming thing. It's going to be diverse and different genres.
Right.
All right. Cool.
Because I am working on my Discord. I am working on a tokusatsu section because I'm friends with I don't know if you guys ever heard of Strega.
No, explain
I
that.
personally haven't.
Explain what that is when you can.
Alright, so Strega is okay. You ever heard of Gun Caliber?
I have.
Maybe.
I have.
Okay, so
Rings a bell.
Okay, so the creator of Gun Caliber, he made a sequel to Gun Caliber called Strega. So he retired his Gun Caliber and he made Strega. Basically it's a new suit. Basically the story behind Strega is it's a new like Kamen Rider V3 something like that, a new suit, you know. But it's called Strega. But in reality, he didn't have the money at the time to make the Strega suit. So he only had enough money to make a helmet and then wear spandex, and underneath the spandex was like a cape. So that was Gun Caliber. So he's an indie guy.
They're talking about you. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. So once Gun Caliber got popular and you know he got money and all that, you know he finally made the suits and all that. But basically, it's an indie tokusatsu in Japan. I know the creator Bueno. He's a really cool dude. He's funny. He plays fighting games. But they should have. I'll link you his.
Okay.
I'll link him.
We love the person here. We gotta support the indie person, dude. They do good stuff.
Use a move.
He's making a fighting game.
Yeah, no, I think Marco Satsu mentioned this one. I'm looking it up.
Gun Caliber?
Yeah, no, he made. He made a game
God
called
damn it.
Battle Integra.
Oh, I saw that. You posted that one. I thought it looked pretty cool.
You gotta take damage, damn.
It's
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's
I died. I'm sorry, guys. Continue shooting.
yeah, he goes by Garage Pro Team. I thought it was subscribed already.
Garage Hero.
Oh, it's because I'm on a different name.
All right. All right.
That's why.
Okay.
Okay. So let me get back to it. So the name of the esports team is called Final Wave Esports.
Final Wave.
Yeah. It was my old organization from 2012, but when I had it right after I went to a tournament in Atlanta, Georgia called Final Round, I got picked up by Clash Gaming Network. But I'm not with them no more. I became the owner afterwards.
Okay,
but I closed his doors. I closed the doors down because like I wasn't getting anywhere. Like everyone left.
I understood.
And they're all League of Legends players. So. Yeah.
That's your fault.
But I have been talking to my friend Joe, and he's working on the logos for me. He has to hit me up soon.
Nice.
Cool.
There we go. Yeah. So let me get Garage Pro.
Okay.
Get the link here. But yeah, he's pretty cool. His Tokusatsu's like it has action, comedy, gore. You know, it's not for kids. I'll tell you that. And there is some pornography.
Just post the link in the Discord.
Yeah, I posted a link, but there is pornography in his movies because when he went to Japan, he was
he's
a
doing
teacher.
Giga.
He does Giga. He works for Giga. He works for Giga. He
Wait a
actually
minute.
directs some movies. He actually directs some movies.
Is he gonna pull off the new the Sentai they're working on? Is he part of that?
Yeah, he does all that stuff.
Oh
That's
man!
his job. But on the, yeah, because like if you watch his trailers, you'll see like the female actors. They do Giga movies.
Oh man!
Yeah, it's funny.
All right.
But but he's cool. But yeah, if you go on his YouTube channel and you can watch the whole Gun Caliber series on there. It's pretty cool.
All right. Hopefully everything works out for you guys.
Yeah.
Don't hit me!
I ain't part of that Giga stuff. I'm not part of that. I'm just.
Well, not specific. Just all the fighting game stuff, the Final Wave, all that. Hopefully all works out.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But I'm working on the logo. I'm also talking to this one guy. His name is like K20 Customs. He does like embroidery, like statues of like Super Sentai characters.
Yes.
But I want to make merch, right? I want to make hats, and to not like produce hats after hats after hats after hats after hats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna make these special hats that have like the Velcro straps on them, and then like you can just rip off, you know, and put different logos in there, you know. Unless you want to like rock a different color, then yeah, I'll sell those. But I feel like is that RX Black?
Yes. Not RX, just normal black.
Just normal black. Black RX isn't in the game, unfortunately.
Fuck.
Don't worry, we got the right kick.
I hope they make a
new one.
A new one for the PS5.
Yeah, we hoping, but we don't know.
We're all waiting. It's not coming yet.
So
no announcements.
I mean, I could always go for another Memory of Heroes, but
right. That too.
I heard that game didn't do so well.
What?
Really?
I was gonna say I heard nothing like that.
I hadn't heard anything.
If that's
Like it made sales, but it wasn't like it wasn't the sales that like
that they wanted or something like that.
yeah, it wasn't Devil May Cry sales. It wasn't Devil May Cry sales.
Okay, controller died. We're back.
That's like the first I heard of that.
It might have been nice if they talked about it happening at all before, like a month before it came out.
They do. I hate when they do that for real.
They didn't.
I mean,
know...
I don't like excessive hype mongering. That drives me nuts. And then getting like the game being kind of trash after the fact.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can list like 3 examples.
Oh
from
no,
this
you wasn't
year
talking
alone.
about Memory of Heroes. He's just talking about.
We played Memory of Heroes.
Yeah, he was talking about in
Heroes
general.
is fine.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather a game not get hype mongered at all than a game get hyped to hell and back and be just garbage.
Yeah.
I just felt
Fortunately,
like
Memory of Heroes is the former, not the latter.
Yeah, I just wish they hyped it a little bit more on Memory of Heroes, like
Just a little bit more
like,
promotion. I agree.
Yeah. It was a good game. I liked it. People were like, "Yo, what Devil May Cry mod is this?" And I was like, "Oh god."
Have you seen the mods with Riding?
Yeah, I've seen the mods, but
those are dope.
yeah, everyone that came in on the stream when I was playing Memory of Heroes, they were like, "Yo, this mod's sick," and I was like, "No, this is not a mod. This is actually the real game."
The only gripe or little thing, it's just a minor detail that I had with the game. It was, for one, the soundtrack. I wish the soundtrack was a little bit more and a little bit better, because in a lot of cutscenes they reuse the same OST for everybody. Mostly O's and doubles. And give me a second, Bryce. And I really wish they would use I really wish they would use their one better.
that Basha went on a journey.
I can't let that one go. I can't let that go. They just made their one just there. Like I know a lot of people don't like him like that, but that, like, him being my favorite writer, I'm not letting that shit go. You know,
Bro,
don't get me wrong.
I feel your pain.
You know, because like, don't get me wrong, his gameplay was awesome, especially with Shining the Soul, because that part was like his most busted form in that game. But everything else was dope. I loved it. But they could have used him better in the show.
I'm sorry, Echo.
And they could have brought back Volk, and they could have brought Volk in the
Echoes isn't gonna hit.
My only issue was they didn't.
Echoes isn't gonna hit, Frag. You're good.
My issue with that game was
Oh, nope.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
what the?
What's going off?
Alright,
you guys are doing double rider kicks and miss. That's all that.
Triple rider kicks at this point.
Alright, so
But nah.
Shinji, continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. You guys are doing the double DN and
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Frag, you gotta stay alive. Can't lose
the
a
game
demon.
was they could have gave 0-1 more storyline.
Yeah.
Because
Damn it.
I felt like he didn't have much in the game. Like his involvement.
He's clearly like somebody at Bandai was like, you need to have 0-1 in here. And they're like,
yeah,
three quarters to 90% of the way done with the game, and they're like, are you sure? And they're like, 100%. Get him in there. You're not releasing a game.
You know what?
He winds up being ridiculous. Like, he's completely busted, but he's like, he serves no purpose. He has no agency.
It's very
in
cool
that
story-wise. They made a double O's game.
This works as a great segue.
The game was basically double an O's game and featuring 0-1.
Yup. We made that same time. So this works great with our segue done. We can move to real time to the last 30 minutes. That way we can.
Okay, so we'll do superhero time at the end. All right.
Yeah. So this works as a great segue to our merch discussion. And I know the Broadgrass keys can't wait.
All right.
So I want to ask everyone this question real quick. What's your favorite bit of merch? Like, if there's one piece of merch that you want from any Toku that you really enjoy, what would it be? Since Shinji, you're a guest, I'll let you go first, and then I'll move to Dunn and
Alright. I'll be quick on this topic. I would like to have like sneakers because I missed out on. Well, sorry, I didn't miss out. I had my chance to get the Kamen Rider sneakers. It's just Japan don't make my freaking size.
Everybody's sizes.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we're just gonna like make the size 10 and call it a day. And I was like, what the hell? And they were cheap too. Them shits were like $100.
Which ones did you want out of the
doubles?
Oh,
yeah. That's my favorite writer is double.
The Kuga and 5 ones I want.
The problem with the doubles though is that everyone looks at your shoes and like, you're wearing mismatching shoes, dude.
You gotta have the drip for that. You gotta have a right coordinated outfit for that.
Yeah, that's not gonna be an issue. And then what was cool about it too was you could plug the USBs
into the shoes. Yeah. What? Oh man, I was gonna be henching it with kicks. I'll see.
But yeah, other than that, I'm not too iffy on the on t-shirt wise, but like hats, I love wearing hats. So like hats would be cool, and maybe like a keychain.
Okay. Now, what about the act like in terms of the toys that they do try to
figurines?
Promote? Yeah, the figures and like belts,
figures or the drivers
or the changers and stuff like that.
I don't see myself with the drivers at all because I don't cosplay.
That's fair.
I don't cosplay.
Well, that's fair.
Figurines, I don't mind having the figurines. I just need to find like a space for it because I am collecting the Lightning collection figures, but I'm kind of stopped at just the 3 that I have, which is the one I won. I won the rare Gold Ranger. I won that in the contest.
Nice.
And then it's the same person that was that gave me that figure. He was selling Go Buster. Red Ranger really cheap, so I got him because now he's $35. And then Amazon had Dino Fury Red Ranger, and I had a $2 off coupon, so I basically got him for $5. And now he's going for 35. Now he's going for 35 on eBay. I mean, not on eBay.
Yeah, but eBay always upsells it. eBay always upsells it.
On Amazon, he's 35. And I'm kind of tight because I remember I saw Shadow Ranger for like $8.
Okay, I'm back.
And now he's like $45, and I'm kind of regretting not buying him.
Wait, he was 35 or 45?
Yeah, he was $8 like 4 months ago. Now he's rare, and I'm pissed. I had my chance to get him so many times, and every time I get
that is a life. That's the life of a collector. Yeah,
you can't sidestep.
You're also huge.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Psycho Rangers, and then there's a hint.
Don't they have the 5-pack out? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's $100, but there's hint that they might do a 5-pack for the Ninja Rangers. When I mean Ninja Rangers, the freaking American adaptation.
Ninja Storm or the alien?
Ninjetti?
No, the alien Rangers.
The Mighty Morphin.
Kaku Ranger.
Yeah,
the
Alien Ranger.
Not Alien Rangers. When Mighty Morphin, the Mighty
Morphin.
Just the team in the ninja suits.
The Ninjetti powers. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
I'm sorry.
They released a Tengu figure.
Yeah.
Right.
So
we're in the merch discussion, Silver.
Okay, was this the discussion that you wanted me and them to talk on, or just?
Yeah, but
we'll get to that, but we're gonna start with talking about what merch we want.
Yeah.
And then my last one is if they do bring Alien Rangers, I'll buy them because they're not really Alien Rangers, but
yeah, I love the
I'll get those figures and Hurricane Dream. That's it.
I got you. So, in terms of the real quick, in terms of the belts, you wouldn't collect a belt just to like have it or anything. You just like
maybe doubles. Doubles.
So if you had the chance to get the CSM double driver just to have it like place it next to like a double figure or something for like a little section just dedicated to double, you would totally get that.
Maybe. Maybe. I still need to get a double figure. I don't have a double figure.
Okay.
I only have a Lost Driver.
If I would recommend a double figure to you, I recommend the Figurized Standard ones. If you're a fan of model kicks, I recommend Figurized Standards highly.
Oh yeah, just the Figmas?
FYI. No, Figurized Standard. They're a model kit. Figmas are just flat figures.
I had a Goku one that you built.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the same line, just they're doing Kamen Riders now. They already did double. They did all of the doubles.
Okay.
All of them?
Like, all of the doubles. Yeah, they did Cyclone Joker, Heat Metal, Luna Trigger, and then Joker.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
They did all the doubles.
I was just curious on the double thing. I want not to step on toes or anything. I was just curious. That's all.
They didn't do they haven't done Fang Joker or Cyclone Extreme yet. Those are the only two.
Would you get a figure of the other Fang forms? Because like I know Fang and Trigger's a thing, and when the double anime comes out, they will. It's a part of the manga, so that should be something that'll debut there. You think they would do the Fang forms?
I totally forgot about the anime, man. I totally forgot about
That's
it.
coming out next year, dude.
The anime is. I'm hyped for it, bro.
Yeah, same here.
All right. So let me pass the mic. Yeah, let me pass the mic on to Dunn real quick. The same questions I gave to Shinji, I'm gonna give to you.
Okay, so just what were exactly the questions? Like what merch I want to have, and was there another one you had?
That was pretty much what merch you want to have, and yeah.
All right. Well, as the most prolific collector here,
he is the bro guy.
I'm just second.
I know. I'm just gonna quickly start off with what I consider. Because we are talking like all the merch, I'm going to quickly start off with what I personally consider the crown jewel of my collection, just to indulge myself a little bit. I have an entire set, like all 10 of the Proto Gashats from Kamen Rider X8, all in like the briefcase that they were in.
Oh, the Kuroto
Those
briefcase.
things...
You got that?
Yes, I have the briefcase for the Gashats.
Okay.
And those Gashats are fucking hard to get, dude. Especially Doremi Fa Beat. That was a you had to buy a ticket to the movie in order to get it.
Too early.
Okay.
So that wasn't happening for me, so I had to get on the aftermarket, and I got it for less than $100, luckily. Any others you see are like crazy expensive. So
Alright.
yeah. So that's what I have. That's what I consider my crown jewel right now. As for what I want, though, either the Gal Ranger, the Gal phone, or any of the Gal Ranger mechas, basically.
You gotta get you the Gal phone so you can get the Gal jacket.
Dude, there's a part of me that really wants that jacket, but I'm like, no.
I'm gonna hold it over his head, bro. We meet up, we gotta do it. We gotta do that tension.
But if I could choose to get anything, either the phone or the other mechs. Thankfully, the mechs are getting released as figure model kits. So I'm definitely picking those up once those come out.
Alright,
but I would definitely say those. Figure-wise, I already have. I'm collecting the figure rises right now. I'm still waiting on the rest of the X8 crew, honestly.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna pass the mic to Silver. Then I have another round of questions for everybody. So don't worry, everybody's gonna get their chance to speak about the merch. So Silver, your turn.
Yes, sir. Okay, so for me being, I guess I would say second place in the collector's prize in this group.
Here.
For me, now in terms of rider, my most dedicated collection is definitely 01, and I definitely got a lot more stuff I'm going to get for that. One thing that I wish they'll make in terms for that show is Kamen Rider Zaya's progress piece, because when I get my 1000 server, I would like to get Zaya's progress piece just to have that. But outside of it, this is where I go into the Rangers category. Because I like the Ranger merch that they have been giving out so far. But one of the things that I wish they would do, for one, because since we're getting Lightning Collection and all that stuff, even Morphers, I don't have a problem with the Pink Ranger Morpher, but it would have been so much easier if they went ahead and released Tommy's Morpher. I'm not a big fan of Tommy. I'm not the biggest fan, but I still wanted that gold-plated Morpher. You know, I still wanted that one. And it's the thing that would have been the next release, and maybe some other Morpher.
Like a version of his original Morpher or the Master Morpher, just the
just the original, The
the original.
Yeah, the Master Morpher you can just get yourself. There's a guy who makes that.
Okay, I just want to be clear since Tommy has a lot of Morphers, so.
yeah, that's understandable. But right now we're on the Mighty Morphin collection from Hasbro, so it's like if you're gonna give us another Mighty Morphin Morpher, to think that Tommy's would have been next in line, because you just gave us the original one that all 5 Rangers originally used. So to think it would have been easier if you just do a timing walker in there. And given the fact that that is one of the hardest morphers to come by, because one, if you find a thing on eBay, we're talking like at least 200 to 300. So that's how much sales are going to charge for that thing. Even for the Zero Ranger version as well. So it's like that one I would not mind having. But outside of that, like if we were to take a break from the Mighty Morphin era, it would be nice to see some Mighty Collection morphers from other series, such as maybe like Zeo or Lost Galaxy in Space. Well, just some series that we haven't had a chance to touch up on. I would really enjoy that one. And figures, I like what the figures are at, but if they were to look for figures, definitely I would want it to be more towards the comics than, you know. And I understand they're taking their time, like releasing a lot of other oh no! Like a lot of other characters.
Oh, there we go.
Nice job, Echo. Nice job. Sorry.
You know it's exciting.
He said it's time to survive.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, like the figures, I think they're doing okay. I think they're doing well. It's just that, like there's just some nitpicks where I'm like, you know, I wish y'all would like give us like some of these figures from the comics, because there are really comic book characters that I would really like to see come into a figure standpoint. Don't just keep redoing the repetitive thing. Like honestly, when they released the metallic armor, I honestly see no purpose of that. The metallic armor.
Who you telling?
That was such a waste. I'm like, do you really have to do metallic armor?
We could have got a full Dino Thunder 5-pack, bro.
Like honestly, you know, I would like if you would have done a power-up mode of any of the Rangers, I would have rather you do the Lights of Orion from Lost Galaxy.
That would have been a perfect Lightning Collection pack right there.
Yes.
You know, I would have rather you done that than the fucking metallic
or
armor.
SPD SWAT mode, because like we got.
Look! If they would have done that, take my money instantly. Cause I fucking love SPD. And SWAT mode just was amazing.
Deca.
I would love to have an SPD collection.
Hey Silver, if it makes
dedicated
you
to
feel
that.
better, I'm sitting in the Deca Red outfit right now.
And I salute you. I hate
we
you, but I
doing the
salute
podcast. So, all right.
Wait till I get my Red Buster stuff together, but you know.
Right,
but
so
other than that,
go
ahead.
I'm sorry.
I was just saying. Other than that, like that's just a few nitpicks. One of the main merchants I'm definitely want to lean towards getting is the Gunpla model collections from Gun Girl Lady, which I finished, by the way. That's what I want to tell you.
How was it, by the way?
I loved it. It was a fun series. I liked it. It was a fun series.
All right.
I'm not laughing at haha somebody enjoyed Girl Gun Lady. I'm just like thinking back to the absolute whiplash that show gave me. I was not like
in like the first episode.
I had expectations and it like kicked them to the curb and then changed gears dramatically. It's just like that show was a ride. Whether you liked it or not, it was a ride.
It was fun for me. I thought it was really fun. And because for one, the plot point of the show is not. I was not expecting.
Silver,
before we catch up, I want
your opinions matter. Trust us, your opinions matter. But we don't want to go on it. We don't want to go on too much of a tangent here. Calm down.
All right.
Yeah.
Calm. I wasn't about to go into a whole view. I was just saying, like, I wasn't expecting nothing too serious from it, given the plot and the way that it was set up. I wasn't going to go into, like, a whole thing.
No. I was just
I
was just saying, you know, like, I want everybody to get their turn there. I'm not trying to be rude. I want everybody.
I got it. I ain't trying to take over.
I know that, bro. You know how I be.
Don't hit me with the waterworks right now.
I'm sorry, bro. Sorry.
All right.
Now, Clank, it's your turn. Yeah, like I ain't forget you, Clank. Alright, Clank.
Clank, what do you want?
Clank don't want to talk. Clank don't want to talk, bro. Okay.
Clank is angry.
Oh, man. Alright. So
I'm gonna give him a fast driver and all the
yeah, I know he wants grease. I know he love the grease.
Yeah. Get him all the grease gear. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, so
that got a gigantic hitbox.
So I'm gonna pass the mic over to Sam then, and then after Sam, Blaze, then Frag, then me. So Sam, merch.
Yep. Merch.
Yeah. Same question to you. What kind of merch do you want?
Well,
Or do you collect any right now, or? Yes,
a little bit. Actually, a couple of days ago, I pre-ordered the Memorial Pirates because, like,
Oh, that's on
Gokai just
pre-order?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta get that one too.
How much is it for pre-order?
I bought mine for like 160. And it's like
Nice.
All right, I need you to drop the link so I can pre-order mine. Okay.
I want to be on that list too. Given the fact I've never had more pirates, but I would definitely take this
I love me some
this
Gokaiger merch. You feel me? Let's
I
go.
wish I would have did one for Gokai Silver, but it's cool though. It's
You know,
cool,
I gotta rep Final Wave with the Mobile. You know what I'm saying? Y'all here.
I'm Silver. I gotta be Gokai Silver.
Gokai Silver.
Gokai.
I'm gonna have
All right.
Oh,
so that's cool.
Real quick.
What do you want?
Hey,
what I
Shinji.
want. Let's see.
I'm sorry.
Because
I'm sorry.
oh no, let's see what I want. I want another driver because I've only ever bought the Beast driver because it was cheap at the time.
The Beast? Is that what you said? Beast? Like
yeah,
the
that was the first one. So like, because that was when I bought like a couple years ago. It was cheap and I had no sort of income, so I was like, oh yeah, let me buy it. Why not?
So if there was, okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interject. But like, if there was a dedicated driver that you would prefer getting, like just any driver that you would want to make your next one.
Yeah, which one?
Yeah.
Oh, the O's driver.
So if you had a chance to guide the CSM O's driver, you would do it.
Would you score that?
Oh yeah, totally.
Alright.
Now, if someone gets double, we have a memory of hero scheme already. I already got the
All right.
driver.
Well, I thought Shinji was double.
Yeah, Shinji he's double, dude.
Ah shit.
He's double.
There we go.
He got
Yeah,
you.
who's my partner?
I already have the drivers for my
Sam's
new
gonna get.
riders.
Sam said he'd get O's.
I have my main three, so I'm definitely happy with that.
Shinji, I wanted to ask you something. I know you like Gokaiger, so did you know about the 10-year reunion for Gokaiger?
Yes, I saw the image.
Awesome.
Just making sure you know.
Yeah.
Apparently, everyone's gonna pre-order a Mobirates. I don't know if I'm gonna join that.
We getting the Mobile boy.
I'm getting mine. I gotta get
We gonna
mine.
be Gokai changing out here for the final wave. You know what I'm saying?
You got how much? I wonder if the rep.
I think it's like what was it, Sam? 160?
Yeah.
That's what Sam said.
Well, that's like 160 like plus shipping and like middleman fees and stuff like that.
I got you.
Drop the link for you see.
Yeah, drop that link, bro.
Where'd you pre-order it from, Sam? Just curious.
Toe collectibles.
Oh, it's okay. Okay.
So I
Okay.
dropped the link to that. I'm gonna see. I hope we can still pre-order because I need that.
I wonder if they'll let us use Rider Metal Keep with them just like before.
That would be.
I imagine if you have, I imagine it works with all the previous ones.
I have the old set of Ranger keys in my Amazon cart.
I'm about to say you gonna share? You gonna share an old key? You gonna share an old key?
Maybe depending on your color.
Damn you, but okay.
But alright. Now we move on. Blaze, are you still alive?
Jeez, man.
Oh, come on! What is that hitbox?
I'm on TikTok and these Koreans, bro, with their gaming setups.
Blaze, what do you want?
Nice.
What do you want
Yeah,
for
it's
Christmas, Blaze?
They're in a
What
space.
I want for Christmas?
What do you want?
We're
for
talking
Christmas?
merch, Blaze. I'm sorry, Shinji. We're talking.
Toku Santa is on his way. What do you want him to give you?
Oh,
Oh god, these guys.
anything related to Toku?
Yeah, any type of merch.
Any merch, man.
What's the one bit of merch
I
that
guess,
you want?
Roleplay stuff, figures, cosplay stuff. What you
SH
want?
figure, no shit, but I guess it's either like a hyper capital SH or a CSM Blade Rouser because that's the only thing that comes with life sword.
All right, cool.
Okay,
I-
Blaze.
I still don't get
I
why-
didn't see
why
that Blade
Decade
Rouser.
don't-
That Blade Rouser looks cool.
And you know, I don't know why the CSM Decade driver doesn't come with a sword as well. And that would be. I would have picked that.
It would have been neat.
Yeah.
The driver's already doing a lot, though. I can see why they did
Yeah.
they didn't include the sword. The
But
driver
yeah,
has to
but
read
they
a lot of
don't-
stuff.
But yeah,
Yeah,
CSM
but they
Blade
don't-
for sure.
Yeah, but they don't promote a lot of weapons or like CSM what weapons.
The only
like
one
that,
they did
regardless.
was just Blade because it works. You have to have the blade when you blade. You gotta have blades, you know.
And the only accessory, and then another accessory was the drag visor.
Blade's belt. The belt itself doesn't really do much for Blade. It just that's his engine device.
Yeah.
All the fun stuff happens with the sword.
That's
Right.
All right. So moving the question right along to our old man. What's up, old man? You still kicking?
Damn it.
So
Echo, get his pills, man.
Dang.
Damn, man.
You're not old, shit, Jay. You're not
Call
old.
me out.
No, you young. Fraggle.
Rest in the knowledge that Frag is probably older.
How old is Greg?
He won't reveal it. He won't
reveal it. So
just know he was old
just
enough.
imagine that Frag's always older.
Just know that Frag was old enough to be in the same grade school as Lex Luthor when he stole 40 cakes. And
it was terrible.
It was indeed terrible.
It was terrible. Cue Ball out here being like, wah, 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 I'll get you this time, Superman.
Oh god, no.
Oh my god.
It's not a very Lex Luthor thing. So merch. DVDs are merch, right?
Yes.
Yes, DVDs are merch.
So
that's kind of what I figured you would go to.
Yeah,
so, if you are against the idea of merch.
We'll
talk about it more, but
what happened? Oh, okay.
I gotta walk my dog. I'll be.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll probably be here when you get back.
Alright. You got it.
So for Toku, I want Blu-rays, man.
I also want Blu-rays.
Actually, what I really want are Blu-rays for Metal Armor Dragonar, which isn't Toku, but I like that show is criminally underappreciated, and I believe it deserves all the love it can get.
Yeah.
You know, I give
it is the Pepsi to Gundam's Coke, and I love it. It is Gundam in everything but name, and it is better than half the Gundam series ever made.
So since Clank ain't talking, Clank's merch is Anomaly Tricks.
I got two on deck. Which one he want? You know what? Girl, I'm again the one for Omniverse. I'm kidding. Let me not disrespect.
Alright, Fred, continue. I'm sorry.
For Toku, like literally everything we don't have. So most Toku.
I am waiting with bated breath on that 01 physical release. I will buy it day one,
bro.
I want that to be a good release so badly.
The
problem is they
didn't say Ryuki was getting physical. They only said 01 was getting physical. So.
Oh, I still am hyped for the
They're still doing Ryuki. They're still doing Ryuki. So
I'm hyped for that Ryuki release.
That's two physical releases that I have to get. Those are two of my favorite writers right there.
Again, they're doing both series. They're subbing both series, but the only one getting a physical release confirmed is 01.
Oh,
so
I'm screwed.
I mean, still good, but kind of sucks. Because I would not mind having every Ryuki physical release.
Hopefully, hopefully they get around to getting physical releases for the ones they already did as well. Like Kuga.
I didn't know we lost 2 lives.
And that's another part of my collection that I pride myself on. The only thing I'm missing is a fucking drag visor. That's all I'm missing.
Look, I have my Super Sentai DVDs, alright? I'm waiting with bated breath for more. Fuck you, Hasbro. And regardless.
You know, Toei could circumvent that entire problem entirely just by saying we're releasing these. Drink the chowder. Cry your tears. But they won't because I guess Toei, or Bandai or Toei don't see the money in it. And they're probably right.
I think Hasbro has... No, I think the problem with Sentai is that Hasbro has some sort of like international distribution rights, and I don't know if Toei can release it internationally. Release Sentai stuff internationally.
I'd need to see the contracts. It seems like they wouldn't allow them to have that level of control over the Sentai property in the international
Remember,
market,
they sold it back in the 90s, so...
But yeah, like... I don't think those contracts have a ton of shelf life, though. So it's got to be nearing its end.
Hopefully.
I mean, we'll just have to see. I mean, they've been going for 20 years or something. So, almost 30 years at this point. Ugh. All right. Anyway, so that's what we all want for Christmas. Yes. Oh, wait, no, we haven't done Clank. We haven't done Echo. Echo, go.
Somebody message Clank and let him know he's good.
Yeah, Clank, if you're speaking, you're on mute because we can't hear you.
No. Like you know, I'm trying to get into cosplay now. So like, the one thing I want an SPD license. For the love of God, I need a new one. They got the Deca Master one, and it's not
the
gonna
Deca
work.
Ranger license, yeah.
It's not gonna work, bro. If I got freaking Deca Master, because I'm sitting here like, I can't use that, bro. I'm balling out here.
No, you want to know what will be best though?
Echo, just curious. Echo, you have the jacket, right? Did you get that from the same place you showed me the Gal Ranger jacket? Or
Yeah.
Did you get that
Yeah.
Is that the same place?
No, that's the one I had the
just-
Q Ranger one from. The Gal one, the Deca outfit I just got straight out of Amazon.
Oh,
okay.
The Q Ranger jacket I have though, that's where the Gal jacket came from. I'm just waiting.
Alright, okay.
That's the second cosplay I have to do.
The first one I technically have. The first one I could have been done at any time because for drive all you need is a suit. And I got
Alright, I just wanted to see if you had used that site yourself.
Oh yeah, no, I use it. No problem.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing I'm getting that jacket. God damn it! I'm not saying that.
I'm saying it. He's getting it. You getting it, John.
No.
You getting it.
I'm just making a footnote of it. Just like Gal Ranger jacket. Okay.
He ain't saying it, but I will. Done getting it. He's getting it.
He won't that jacket.
It's already a
I'm not
done
gonna
deal.
deny that I would want that jacket. All right.
It's a done deal. Literally.
We getting bodied out here. I'm sorry, teammate.
Nah, it's me. It's on me.
So besides the SPD license, I want a Galaxy Q-Tama. I can't find that anywhere. It's gonna work because I can't.
What's up?
I'm gonna have to do some research now.
Right? Cause like, bro, once the Q Ranger red jacket showing, it's happening. It's happening. Also, I would like a CSM of just the Ziku driver, so I could just have all the ride watches in one thing.
That would be. I could see that happening. Honestly.
I don't know if they would they might re-release all the ride watches. I don't know if they would. Because the ride watches are not... Because it's not like the medals from O's.
Okay.
The ride watches have their own electronics built into them.
Right. Like,
so that makes it a lot more expensive.
Oh yeah.
The way I could see a CSM Ziku driver working is that you can give us the bells with and I'll say this, like tons of phrases that will fit like any combo or form that was already there in the show to begin with. Especially to the point where it will be that compatible with the rides that we have already. That I can see happening, and then you can just give us the main ride watches that Gio would use with lots of.
If they do release a CSM, it's definitely going to be compatible with the ones that they already released.
Yeah,
that's just the standard with the CSMs up to this point.
Yeah. So, but I think it would be cool if they gave us like little minor phrases for some other stuff like build armor and all that stuff. Like I think cool.
Maybe for the ones that were actually used in the show.
Yeah, please.
Exactly.
I do not want a build. I don't want to build CSM with all the full bottles because to be quite honest, there's too many bottles.
That's way too many.
There are 60 bottles.
Yes, too many bottles.
And one of those is fucking Santa Claus. Now, sorry.
No, they did a CSM Splash
driver. The collection of builds gets me a little triggered.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's like months ago where you was like, I might do it. I said, no, don't do it.
I'm not.
I would just want
like I said
that, and I would want the special like Sentai writers crossover merch that they made.
No, that I really wish I had.
Cause like Build had the Sentai Rider like full bottles, even though nothing never came from that.
Wizard had a ring for Superhero Tyson Z.
Yeah, I think it was. Did he have a Metal Hero one, or did he just have a?
I don't know about a Metal Hero.
No, I think he only had a Sentai one. I don't think Wizard had a Metal Hero one.
Because he had a Kyuroger Sentai ring, and then once he canceled about the belt goes Super Sentai.
Yep.
That was it.
Yeah.
And Geo has the Ryu Soldier Rider.
Right.
And I think 01 had a Sentai one.
No.
01. There was never a. It would have been a Cure Major. There wasn't a Cure Major.
Unfortunately, I was a little bit about that. I cannot lie because I wanted the Sentai. I wanted that. They couldn't. But they didn't give it to me.
Cure Major Progress Key would have been pretty cool.
You know. I would have wanted that, but
hey, they're making up tenfold with Saber, so.
Oh.
Yeah, that book is happening. That book is happening.
Yeah. And
I normally don't collect movie merch, but that book is speaking to me.
Wait, where'd you find the picture of the book?
It's very.
What? The picture.
Like
what
website can you look at the scans?
It's not on. I just saw YouTube scans. Where they had it. When there's like official scans, we'll post. I put a picture in the Discord, in the spoiler.
Yeah,
so you can see the book.
Video of it. I think there's like TikTok.
If you just look in the spoiler section of the Discord, it's already there. You can check it out. I don't think there's any. There's no pre-order information yet.
Oh.
But no, that book, that is a dope ass book, and I want that book.
And Echo, I was gonna say we missed. There was one more thing. Tokuger, they have a Deno. They have a Rest Deno train for the markers. They have one.
They do have that. You're right.
And then I believe Gaim also has a Tokuger. Does Gaim have a Tokuger Lockseed?
Actually, wait, maybe.
And then we already mentioned the O's and the Metal Hero skis for the Go Kaijers. We already mentioned those.
And there's also the. I don't think that counts though, but Decade has a Shinkenger card.
No, because they never released it. They only did that in the show. It was stupid, but they only
need to
did
release
it.
Release it. I don't care. They gotta release it. It's nice.
They could have done that so long ago. They even could have given it to us.
There's so many things they could. There's so many things they could have done a long time ago.
I don't know why the hell they didn't release that. That made no sense to me.
That would have been nice to see in Superhero Tyson.
Very. But no.
You know how it is.
They just skipped it. Yeah. That was disappointing.
Oh
well. No, Ghost and Zoologia should have had one.
Yeah.
I know X-Aid and Q Ranger definitely had one. I don't know if they were released. I just know they
Q Ranger, they have an X-Aid Kyotama. They do have that.
They have the X-Aid Kyotama, and I don't know how. I think Lucky just appeared. Never mind. I don't think
Lucky. You mean in the actual show?
Yeah, I think Lucky just showed up randomly, and
Lucky literally just showed up. He was just standing on a bridge, just like, "Hey guys!" And then he fell off the bridge onto one of the energy cannons.
X-Aid just looked at him like, "What the hell?"
It's not the first time they met, but like it's weird that the first time they met was when he got summoned. I'm sitting here like, X-Aid, you okay with just being summoned randomly like that?
Oh yeah, in the episode, the X8 Q-Tama.
Like, how did you even get that, bro?
Apparently in their universe there's an X8 constellation. That's just how powerful X8 is.
It's that Hyper Muteki, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that OD right there.
Alright, so I think we got through everyone's wants. Alright. Back. Hey, JJ, welcome back.
JJ, welcome back. Now we're on the second part of the merch discussion.
Alright.
Which this is the real meat of it, I feel.
Yeah. Okay, so as I was walking, I was like, you know what? I can say some more stuff about what's going on.
Yeah. The announcement. Before since we're in like the actual the meat of today's discussion. Before we get to like superhero time, I'll let you finish that off. That way you can
we can have a longer episode today, can't we? Yes.
Well,
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
we're still on the merch topic. It's part of the merch.
Yeah. Oh, as far as the merch. Well,
Yeah.
You want to sell merch?
Well, you see.
yeah. Go ahead, promote your merch. Go ahead.
So here's the thing. All right. So
Ooh,
you know,
two for one.
I'm gonna have like customized stuff to give out personally to the people of the team. You know, you guys gonna get one on the house. That's your gift from me. But for other people,
so that's me. That's on me, Craig. I fucked up.
But for other people, like for example, you wanna support the organization and stuff like that. I have like these coffee cups that will be customized with your name. It could be a character that you like, but it will have our logo on there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm also working on trying to have custom rangers for this, because in reality we're really called Esports Sentai Final Wave.
I love it.
That's the main thing.
You have to add the ja at the end.
Ranger.
Final wave ja.
So silly.
And when you transform, it's like Esports Ranger.
He's either a ja or a man, and the man hasn't been used since Ginga Man. So you gotta do it.
We gotta bring the man back, then.
Final wave man.
Esports Ranger Wave Man. Yeah. Esports Sentai Wave Man. I love it.
Alright.
Y'all silly.
Run away, blue wave. Wave X, because that's who I am.
Wave X, dude. Dang, that works. Heck yeah.
Oh man, my fit's gonna be weird, man. Cause wouldn't be half gold, half silver.
Dude, I think if you do it, if you like blend it right, it'll work.
Oh man.
You could do the oh god, I'm sorry thinking of the roll call. Each color is a different fighting game. So like, the fighting gamer, wave red. The shooting gamer, wave blue. The RPG gamer, wave yellow.
Oh, you're killing it. You're killing me with the ideas, bro.
I like it.
Heck yeah.
Toku podcast. Anyway, but yeah, I got the logo made and I'm just gonna sign a contract.
Okay.
I tried to knock him back into it. I'm sorry.
That would have been so cool. I saw you were trying, Frank. I saw you were trying.
I'm sorry,
if only you just had like a push button, just push.
You're good. No, but I'm saying is I'm buying the rights of the logo so that it doesn't circulate to other places. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep it for myself, and also like I don't want to be like, yo, let me get the logo, and then he charges me like 50, 60 bucks, and then I go and start making merch without him knowing, you know?
Yeah.
So to avoid any of that issues too. But what I did too was, since this is my homeboy making it, I told him, yo, I'll give you something, even though I paid for the rights and everything, I'm still gonna give you something, you know? And when I did that,
it's a laser fight.
He gave me a discount, so
nice.
Yeah, things are slowly working his ways.
Alright, sounds good. Alright.
So
that's
awesome.
Back on track. Sorry, I don't mean to.
No, you're good. You're good. This is your guys' show.
I'm just trying to remember where we. Okay.
We're about to start like how the merch incorporates into the show.
Yes, the meat and potatoes.
Good ways to do it, bad ways to do it.
How would you use the show to sell the merch? There's a basic answer, but I want you to just pick a show, any Toku show, right? And it's your job to make sure the merch is used well but also sell. You gotta sell the merch. Use the show to sell the merch.
Well,
and also the other part of the discussion, as Dunn brought out, You don't gotta, if you don't want to get super detailed and like story wise, I understand. But like, how would you do this? How would you like? Basically you got to interweave the merch with the show. How would you do it? Not necessarily with the story details, but like just you know what I'm trying to say here. It's like like how would you like space out the merch? Would you be like story focused? Would you just like let's have the fun here? Let's just have fun with the merch here. You know what I'm saying? Or would you just like let them?
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Okay, so done. I'll let you start it off, and then I'll give it to Shinji, and then Silver, and then Frag, and so on.
Oh well, damn.
All right, so in my personal opinion, the best way to incorporate the merch is to definitely make it be more story focused. You gotta have a reason for why they're using all this shit. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta give all this stuff a reason. Because if it just comes out of nowhere, it's just like why, and it's very clear you're just trying to sell. You got to incorporate it into the story. You got to incorporate it into the story really well. Like I'm just gonna use I feel like Saber shows both good and bad examples of this.
Okay.
Like the swords are very well incorporated in the story. Every sword has.
It's understood. Understood.
Okay.
Clank. Real life issues are sorry to interrupt. Real life issues are interrupting Clank. So
it's fine.
Clank does his thing.
Just come back whenever you have time, Clank. All right.
You got you.
So like, but the swords in most of the books are very well incorporated into the story, and you know why they're there. They have reasons for being there. Like, and all makes sense, and it makes sense. The powers they give, all that makes sense. But then there are other books in the show that just come out of nowhere. I'm pointing at you, Emotional Dragon. Emotional Dragon has really no reason to exist. Like, there's no significance behind it at all. It's not related to anything, any power-ups, or really any characters other than Saber just using it.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt. You can put the link of that Discord, Shinji, in our Discord. Like my bot has it. Like I forgot to fix it. My bot is like weird with things right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right, so I apologize for that. Go ahead.
But yeah, like Emotional Dragon has like no reason to exist other than just to sell Emotional Dragon as a toy. Compare and contrast that with something like Hyoju Tategami Hyoju Senki, Blaze's final form. That how he gets that is so well done. It works really well with the story as it is going along. It makes sense for him to get that at that time, and it works very well. And it doesn't hurt that the toy itself is really cool. So that's just personally how I feel. As for like special edition, if it makes sense for this type of for a certain piece of merch to be there, for example, like the proto gashats, it makes sense that there would be prototypes of those gashats. So why not just make merch out of them? You know? If you're writing the story and it makes sense to have that merch there, go ahead and make that merch. It's fine.
Okay.
But I do believe that you gotta incorporate it into the story. It can't just come out of nowhere. Otherwise, there's no point to it.
You know what? I like that. I like that. So I want to get everyone's input on what Dunn just said. Frag, how do you feel about that?
I basically agree. If you have to have merch, make sure it actually participates in the show and isn't like most of what CO did.
He really wants me to die today.
I don't like. It's just like here's
I
just
get it.
shit.
No,
here's all these things. Buy these.
I totally
They
get
make
it.
noise, and I'm just like, why on earth do they exist? They barely exist to even develop the main character. When they exist to develop the main character, they're okay, tolerable, I guess. But most of the time, it's not even that. It's just like, oh, here's these flashy, noisy toys
Wait, what?
that are flashy and noisy.
Yeah, the Ride Watchers really honestly made no sense.
Like there's so little connection to a plot, but that's partly because Zio doesn't really have one.
True.
Compare contrast to say, and
I
I'm
wanna say
obviously
this-
going to bring up the poster child Kuga for the Kamen Rider show that does literally everything right. It's not merch focused, so of course I'm predisposed to like it, but like they have like an excuse to have an entire set of extra Kuga figures if they really wanted to. In that they've got here's Kuga's colors again, except with some shiny bits on. But in series, there's very good, reasonable reasons for this.
Oh, Clay got to go. All right.
Yeah. Blaze, Silver, you guys. All right. So
it is very doable. Why certain series, Zio, have chosen not to do this blows my mind.
All right. So
this is why we don't have a revolving door.
I will issue a couple of counterpoints to Frag. That's all. One, I would argue that Kuga, while not as merch focused as most recent seasons have been, still is kind of merch focused. It shows off. He has like a bunch of weapons you could get. Has the entire Rising upgrade as well. I believe Ichijo still had like his own exclusive gun toy, I think. I'm not 100% sure about that one, but
oh my god.
And obviously like the belt is like the key central thing of that show. Like everyone wants the Arco. And that's what drives the thing home.
I do.
So I'll counter with that. Second, when it comes to the Ride Watches,
No.
they at least tried. Someone on that riding team tried to make them work.
It was like
they didn't
1 out of 10.
always succeed.
It was where it was
they
like
didn't
that
always
one
succeed, but they at least tried. And at least at the start, you understood kind of what they were. They're watches that hold rider powers.
So
that's all you.
So before we rank on
one
zero,
tiny thing, one thing, like the one time I feel that it was successfully done is for the Ride Watch they never use, which is Genom. Like it's like that's like the one character developing episode couplet that really feels like it's trying to do something with the protagonist's character, and like the power upgrade is basically irrelevant.
Yep, because it's honestly just the X8 power up, but Ganem colored. So they just give it the gates, and that's that. I can.
Well, that was part of the O's.
Yeah, it was also part of the O's episode where like Sogo's kind of learning under
Gem how to be a kid.
Thank you. I forgot his actual name.
Dan Kuroto.
Thank you. God, what
Just
Dan
call
the
him
Man
God.
Kuroto.
You said his name right then, Echo. God. That's his name. We've established this. It's canon.
So yes, like it's just. I swear it was
Whereas the rest of them are just like, oh, here's this 2-episode couplet where we're going to have the, kind of like Den-O, except without characters that you can easily fall in love with.
To
with
also
the exception
follow that,
of maybe the protagonist.
to follow in line with that, I
will also argue that Geo's exclusive power-ups, Geo2.
Geo2 was a good episode.
Geo2 is meaningful, but that's like
That was
a good episode, but
that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Trinity, not so much. Trinity's a little on the
so
fence.
much.
We don't talk
comes out of
about
nowhere.
Trinity. We don't talk about Trinity.
It's most frustrating because like, oh my god, we like the Agito shenanigans that are occurring in that episode are rad, but like I don't know.
So
it's all in service of a form that is just
Trinity
gross.
comes in Blade, I think, is when it's first introduced.
Yeah, the Trinity one shows up in Blade.
It's the last half of Blade, and then it goes immediately into the Agito.
Oh, well.
So here's
and then Grand Geo. The only issue I have with how Grand Geo was introduced is that they didn't do Drive yet. They had done everyone else, but they didn't do Drive.
And that.
Okay. Side note: I can't join my. PlayStation.
Oh, you can't join? It looks like Blaze is on AWOL.
All right, so I'm.
I'm still here. I was just sitting and listening the whole time.
Okay, so
Blaze, do you want into the room? Yes or no?
Sure.
So kind of like to add on to this discussion, especially with in terms of Geo, because like there's like one dude, I swear there was like one, maybe two maximum, who actually cared what they wanted to do, but nobody else really gave a fuck. So like, it's like, so when they tried to sell the merch, it's like, all right, we got to come up with something with the merch. They bring in somebody who like worked on one of the seasons that they were like tributing or whatever, and what they did was like, oh, this doesn't fit into our plans, and Toei's like, do it anyway. Okay. Right. And so we get like weird episodes where like they completely forget about the drive thing, or we get like the Heisei Generations Forever movie, but it's not referenced in the show at all. It's just Soko just randomly got that because I don't know, timey-wimey adventures that we don't get to see. So like doing merch,
well, like none of the shows really references the movies at all. But usually it doesn't matter because the merch from the movie never actually incorporates into the show.
Yeah,
right. This is the example. This is the one time where it actually does, and that's where you really have to reference the movie in the show if you're going to say the movie is where he got it.
That exactly, and like I think that trend kind of started with X8 though, because you know the crossover with Ghost and the first Heisei Generations movie, they kind of like took a scene from that with Parado's introduction, like where he came from and everything. They kind of took that scene and then like added to it, and it's like, oh, he's there now.
The difference with that is that Parado's birth is not tied to that movie.
Yeah,
it's referenced in that movie, and that's the first place you see it.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was referenced,
but it's not tied specifically to that movie. It happened way before the movie ever took place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's referenced, but it was an example of something that was referenced. It's not necessarily like you said, tied to. It's just like I was saying, like it was referenced and whatnot. But that's like a whole nother thing. But like, I don't want them to do that, and I also don't want them to do what they did in Ghost, which was the first arc. We collect the merch, and then never speak of the merch again. Just show him use it. Like, I'm like,
no, okay. They use the icons.
Yeah, they use them, but like
they serve no purpose in the plot.
Yeah,
other than here are these nanomachine boxes, and they do nothing.
Because at first it was like, we gotta collect him. He can grant his wish. He can get his life back. Nah, we're done with that. We're done with that whole thing. And I'm like, oh.
But there were a whole couple of like mini arcs where he was talking to the spirits of the legendary heroes and whatnot.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying,
then they stopped doing that.
But my thing was like,
because they went through them all, and we had to get to the final arc.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like the art, like the icons were like
25 episodes of the show.
Like, yeah, the icons were important in the very first arc, and then like they like after that it was like, okay, purpose served. So what's the next thing to promote now? And it's like, I don't know. We just got a bunch of episodes of just Ghost doing Ghost things, and then we get the new belt for him, which was not Mugen, Grateful.
It was Grateful. Yes.
I don't know. I want to say Drive did an okay thing with its merch because it was all just like, we got the cars and stuff. They didn't really like do too much with them.
The ship cars were autonomous.
Yeah, so they could come in and go as they please.
They have no plot agency. You have like one-off plot arcs involving the type Wild and type the green one. Technic, sure. There's like one-off arcs where those are relevant, and then we see them, I think, maybe 2 more times each ever. And then after that, it's like, okay, Formula does things occasionally, but there's not really a whole mountain of lore associated with that. It's just kind of like, here's an upgrade that you'll need.
And Formula comes out of nowhere. Yeah, Formula is literally just Mr. Bella's just like, oh, it looks like I have to break out this super secret. I have to break out this super secret thing that I've been keeping from you all this time. And then afterwards, it's like, you really need to stop keeping all these secrets from me, you know?
Yeah. But I do like kind of how Drive does it though. Drive also being another one of my favorite seasons. It's like because the ship cars are anonymous, autonomous. Hold on, I said anonymous. Autonomous. They can come and go as they please. So it's like, oh, here you go. You need this. Belt makes a call, or like he hints that he makes a call, and is like, all right, here they are. Okay, cool. I kind of like that route, but not everything can pull that route. So don't do that.
I'm gonna argue that Ghost basically did a lot of the same there. The only problem is that the icons couldn't move about by themselves, really. I mean, they could wiggle, but...
Well, yeah, because they did have the spirits. The spirits were
characters, essentially. Yeah. They were around. You didn't talk to every single one every single episode. Well, they were still there. They were still important through most of the show.
Yeah, that, like, the spirits and the icons. I'm just saying the icons, like, after that one arc, they lost relevance. I'm like, so you don't get another wish anymore if you got them all, or whatever? Like,
okay, that part...
That's a big important thing, though.
They did lose their initial purpose, but I wouldn't say they became completely irrelevant, because they were still there, and they were still being used, and still being talked to. The spirits were still coming in to at least give little character speeches and whatnot.
That's fair.
To Tenkuji Takaru and the crew.
That's fair.
See, I don't remember that at all after he gets grapefruit. When, like, I'd need a number of examples of that occurring post grapefruit. Because
okay, hold on.
Well, mostly all I remember is like, oh, now we're having to deal with, you know, the big bad evil dudes in the alternate dimension. And
the one thing I do remember was the episode where he was like, these guys are still useful, but like that, like, and he uses Grateful to fight with them.
There was the whole episode where Tutankhamun hard countered one of the Gone Misers. He hard countered the time one. That was all focused on
See, there's a lot about
that was all focused on
like,
Tutankhamun.
This just further proves that
Ghost is a forgettable show. Ghost is a forgettable show.
More importantly than that, Dun, is you let me finish my goddamn shit, you son of a...
What the fuck?
Is that the first thing to go with old age is your memory.
Okay.
And I don't remember the second.
Brilliant. Well done.
Shoot him with a bomb shot.
I had a bit done, and I was trying to get the bit done, and you weren't letting me do it. I'm trying to put quarters in the jukebox.
Good show.
He's trying to play the music, but he ain't got a quarter.
I'm lost.
All right.
Old man. Alright, so...
Yes.
What? You laughing, boy?
So stupid.
I aim to please.
Oh, okay, so... okay. So yeah, it's about the merge.
Sorry, where were we going again?
One thing I don't one thing I don't want to see in terms of merch is just like, yeah, let's just pile on more and more merch without any relevancy, but like it's starting to happen, and you can make an argument that it's been happening. So like it's getting worse, and I don't want that.
I will say, Bill did not need 60 full balls.
Oh, we are in agreement with that.
He did not need 60. 10
like,
was
how
enough.
many does he ever use?
I mean,
like he's got like what, like maybe 6 total combinations at all?
And it's crazy because some of those combinations are one-off.
Because
Fire Hedgehog. How many times does he use Fire Hedgehog?
Not as much. Because
when does he use Fire Hedgehog?
What episode?
Like
I'm sorry.
One or two. Yeah.
It's like he'll give his combinations a debut form, and then maybe use a fucking extra episode, but that's it. But when his main upgrades come into the main factor, that's just it. It's just boom, all upgrades from here on out. Like you won't see much of my forms whatsoever, or much of the other combinations. And like you'll see double use more of that compared to how Bill
I also want to point out, in terms of merch, Double did a really good job with the merch.
Yeah, because they.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Double kept it simple.
Yeah, they kept it simple, and then the Gaia memories had always had like their own little aspect and detail of the show where they would actually have where like serve its purpose. So that was something that I really liked about it. And normally this is coming from a guy who does not like the whole two-factor, like merge that they'll try to do. First was the fusion kind, but I'll wait until it's my turn to talk into that.
I'm dead.
Well,
Sorry.
Well, no, Dunn brought up such a good point. I'm like, that was the actual meat and potatoes of the actual discussion.
Damn.
So we're piggybacking off of that.
Double only has 6 base Gaia memories. They later got Fang Joker and the Extreme, obviously, but at the base level, there was only 3 each.
Yep.
Which gave you a lot of options.
Where Double has difficulty for me in the merch department is with the Gidgets and Gadgets, which...
Oh,
Yeah.
like the grappling hook and the foam.
Yeah, those are, they're cool, but
they weren't used as much.
They're like, why are they even here other than to literally be here? The same is like 5 times as true with 4s, where it's just like, oh yeah, here's all the McDonald's Happy Meals toys, have fun with that. And I'm just like, I can see you clogging up the oceans right now. I can see the gyre right now. I see what's going on.
Going back to Double's gadgets real quick.
Sorry. I was just mentioning other ones like the cans from O's and
like
the little monsters from Wizard.
Do we even use them? Like they weren't used that much, and I'm thinking of Memory of Heroes now. It's like even then they served like a little purpose.
Yeah.
The cans just pop up in a little circle and be like, hey, you want to use me this fight? And I'm like, okay, sure, why not?
Which is pretty much how they work in show.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm having a moderately difficult time right now. Let's go to this random vending machine that just has I don't know, anti-Eldritch Abomination weapons in it for some reason. I'm not complaining, but why? It's okay, but compare contrast to the also oh my god, I jumped right into that. Also, the kind of also annoying ones from Hibiki, which feel a bit more relevant because they try to integrate them as a tool. You see them with some serious frequency, particularly towards the end. They're using them in numbers, but they're still pretty annoying for the same reasons.
They also incorporate into the armed form itself. The engine for the armed form is all the disc animals combining with Hibiki himself, becoming the armor.
Now, in terms of
they try hard to get those to incorporate into it.
Now, in terms of
unlike
Sentai,
all these other ones, which are just take care of these.
Now, in terms of Sentai, when it comes to their merch, all of it is relevant because their main merch. Outside of the figures for the Rangers and stuff, their main merch is the changers and the mech.
The changer mech, and sometimes weapons. Sometimes it can be the weapons.
Yeah, Q Ranger. I think they had separate weapons.
The only time
Q Ranger didn't have a bunch of separate weapons. They had one weapon that could become a bunch of separate weapons.
Oh, okay. See, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
and I know Ginga Man had the swords. Same with his counterpart left.
The only recent example I think where the weapons played a real prominent role is Ryu's Soldier and Shinkenger.
Yeah, the Memorial Ryusoken and everything.
Yeah, and then Shinkenger as well. The swords play a big part.
Yeah.
Yeah. My main thing when it comes down to Sentai merge, it's when at times I like it, but sometimes it's not my biggest strong suit. When the changer will have a gimmick and it'll just have multiple lot of things that's made for it. Basically the Real Soul Changer or the V Changer from Luvi Path. It's
I think the Ryuso Ken did it a little bit better than the Lupat because the Lupat Lupat was also a gun, kind of like the Seiza Blaster was also a gun, so you needed the Q-Thomas for it, stuff like that. Shinji, I want to pose this to you.
Which I understand.
Oh, hey,
Which I
Shinji.
understand.
What's up?
You know, and I understand that completely. But it just sometimes when it comes down to gimmicks like that, it is not entirely
Good.
my strong suit because I mostly favor. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to know. Does anybody have an idea of how many cell phone changes we have? Because I know there's a lot.
I think Gal Ranger was first.
Yeah. That's
Then-
Shinji also. Do you know how many like cell phone changes we have?
Alright, so we
Dark
had
Ranger, Abba Ranger, Mecha Ranger.
Abba Ranger didn't have
I'm
one.
going through it.
Oh,
Magic
Abba
Ranger
Ranger.
had one.
damn son. Like, you
Bokinger.
didn't even let me answer.
I'm sorry. I like going through the list in my head. It's what I do.
I know.
Goanger, Shinkenger.
Magi Ranger had one.
Yeah.
I said Magic Ranger.
They
I'm
did
literally
have
just going through in order. Gokaiger had one.
Oh yeah, the mobile is definitely there. So how do you guys feel about the cell phone changes?
Like, in most cases,
Kamen Rider had it before.
Georgia's unfortunately does count as a cell phone.
Yeah. So wait, which writer? Which writer?
Fives for starters.
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't they also use the Zectors in Kabuto as a cell phone at one point?
The case
I just- I distinctly remember
think that one.
but I don't know why.
The case of iPhone, man.
No, that's the case.
It's a tablet.
The case touch is a tablet.
The
That's a
K-Touch.
tablet.
Yeah,
That
K-Touch.
is not a driver. That is a power-up item. That's just not.
The
We're not
K-Touch,
counting that.
you got a BlackBerry, you know.
That's it.
when I chirp, shawty chirp back.
But how I feel with the cell phone?
Wow.
How I feel with cell phone changes in the more. Like, I'll be waiting.
I'm sorry.
Wait, so Deca Ranger was a cell phone? I thought it was a freaking
no, was Decorator?
Deca Ranger. It's
That was a license.
That was their cell phone.
Yeah, I
I mean,
swear
it
that
has
was
a
like a
They have a cell
badge.
phone though.
No, it has a communicator function, but that's it. That's mostly it. It's kind of like
it's a phone. Magi Ranger's a phone.
Yeah,
it's
my
kind of
dream.
like an yeah, for Deca Ranger, it's kind of like a walkie-talkie or radio.
Oh,
in a way.
okay, it's
That's
like a
it.
badge and a radio type thing.
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Yeah,
not,
okay.
Because it's not really
I
a
may have
dialer.
miscounted, but I only got 7?
7?
Because
Gal
it's not
Ranger,
really counted as a
Magi
phone.
Ranger, Bokinger, Goanger, Gokaiger.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god.
Yeah, Bokinger technically counts. Yeah,
Oh,
because it was like a flip phone, like just.
Yeah. Okay.
Did I say Shinkenger already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Shinkenger has a phone?
Then Shinkenger has a phone. It
Oh,
turns into a pen.
Do we
It's a
not
phone that
talk
turns
about?
into a pen.
Do we not talk about the
And-
Sushi Changer?
Yoger and what was the last one? I know I missed.
Yoger?
Go. Did you say Goanger?
I think it might have.
Yeah, he's
Gal
like
Ranger, Magi Ranger, Bokinger, Goanger,
Okay.
Shinkenger, Gokaiger, Zuoger. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless
Now
I'm
say
missing
them-
one,
now
which
say
is
them
very
backwards.
possible. Not happening.
Oh.
Not happening.
Backwards. Okay. All right.
But no, I think the only people who complain a lot about cell phones is that there were a lot of them really close together there.
That makes sense because a lot. Yeah. Since you listed them out, a lot of them were back to back. Okay. All right. Okay.
But like the last 5, we've only had just even the last 5, we only had one. That was Joosier.
Yeah.
Q Ranger had the Seiza Blaster. Luby Pat had its guns.
Yeah.
Ryu Soldier had a wrist. Kira Major had a wrist, and
Zenkaiser has a gun.
Zenkaiser is back to guns.
And if I might
Honestly,
interject-
guns are like the new cell phones. Like,
and that's my complaint there. I'm not a big
What
gun
does
changer
that?
fan.
What does that say about?
guns are the new. I just realized what I said.
Like, no,
You're right.
but, I mean, you're 100% right, though. And I'm just like, like, what demographic are they going after?
We live
And that's
in a
exactly what's going
society.
through my head, Echo, is, man, are they trying to appeal to the American market? Is that why Supro is trying to do this current push? And why Ultraman Trigger is Ultraman Trigger? Because they're like, we gotta get the AR-15 voted.
Great.
Oh,
That's great.
no.
And I'm just like, I don't know how I feel.
Oh,
I Trigger a
Xeranos
pass.
isn't
I
here.
kind of give Trigger a pass in a way. I kind of give.
This game
Oh,
is-
no, Xeranos.
This
Okay.
game has failed us. If Xeranos were here, I don't know who else I'd play other than G3X and Gatak. Okay, they're all second strings. Those are the only characters I play. But still.
All right. Now this question, I do want to pose to everybody. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all final thoughts on the merch out the way. Like that big part of the merch, 'cause that made the pretty much the point that I wanted to get to. You did it quick.
Yeah.
Too. Like, done was on.
I figured that was the best way to do it.
So like, yeah.
That's how I would do it.
Right. So I'll let y'all get your final thoughts on that one. Everybody can go. Anybody can go.
Oh, like final thoughts on this whole topic? All right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a fan of merch, okay? Like, I know some people have things, but I'm a fan of merch,
I do
honestly.
enjoy collecting, especially if it's like something
I do.
enjoy.
It's, like, and I love what Toei does. Like, they look fun, they sound fun, and you, as someone who has them, I just have a good time with them all around, and I love seeing them used, and it just brings back memories, just having them. I know, and I'm just lucky that I can buy them. I know not everyone can, but, you know. I get people's complaints with it, but I just love it, and I can't see a show without... Like, all my favorite shows have really awesome merch, and I don't know if I would be as invested if I didn't have something to collect from.
Right.
Call me a child or whatever, but that's just me.
Because for me...
No, that's fine.
Because, like, for me, in a standpoint, and so long as I've been a collector, one thing I have noticed is that you're, like, whenever you're interested in something, you're always going to want something from the show just to feel closer to it in a way. You know, whether if it was, like, a piece of clothing, whether if it was, like, a piece of, like if it was, like, a medal or a pass, whatever. You just want that something just to feel as close to it as possible, just because you love it so damn much. And that's kind of what the merch is in terms for Ultraman and all the other stuff that we have now. It's worth even in anime, like we even have to buy figures and weapons from whatever their favorite show is. They'll still get it just because it's something they love, and that's basically what merch is for Rider and Sentai and everything else that we have. Right. It's to make us feel closer to it, especially in the cosplay sense, because when they release something that is so cosplay worthy. That's what makes it even better. Okay. Because not only can we collect it, we can also play and dress up as one of our favorite characters, the people that we love so much. And this is coming from a guy who loves cosplaying as well.
We're all just big children here. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing in my personal opinion.
No.
I mean, we're all here talking about shows marketed for children, about dudes who, like, turn into bug karate people. So, if that makes me a child, then shit. I recommend this de-aging method.
Honestly, I
have too much fun
to pose to you all, and it's something that I...
Hey, are we not going to get everyone else's final thoughts on merch? Or...
No.
Or just okay.
Yeah, we are.
I barely stated mine.
I'll just mess around. So,
you made this top for the bro guys key, sir.
I figured you were going into yours. I figured we just segued right into yours, Silver.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was messing around, buddy. Was that after you? After you, I'll give it to you and brag.
Okay. But this is also another piggy bank because you definitely done said all my main points and focus on merch in terms of everything else. But my standpoint in terms of merch, I like it when they keep it simple, where they don't go too crazy over it. Like I love it
for the fact that they keep it in terms of the story and make it useful. You know, but I don't like when they go too crazy. Like, I'm gonna say it, Ultraman Z. Let's take Ultraman Z first.
Ultraman Z, the fusion forms, boy.
I'm sorry, they went too crazy with that for me. They went too crazy with that one for me. And this is coming from a man who loves Ultraman.
This is coming from a dude who actually likes Belial Rock. They did go too crazy.
You know, because I don't like it, because like, and we've had this conversation numerous amount of times, but when they make fusion as a gimmick, that's when they go too crazy with it, and that's where it's all for me.
And that's what influenced on Bandai.
It was the mechanics of how he has to action it. It's just like, here, we're going to spend like a day being like going through the mechanics of the actual transformation. I'm like, we don't need this. This is not necessary. This does not add.
And the thing is,
and this is coming from someone who absolutely adores shows like Gao Gaigar, where literally every episode there's like a, I don't know, better part of a minute long, like a 30-second to 60-second long transformation sequence, literally every single episode of a bunch of robots ganging together.
This is also coming from a dude who's just like, you can see the influence Bandai is getting on Ultraman when it comes to this merch. Like, we need to sell this merch. How can we do it? Fusion. Okay.
I would argue against that, because if it was just Bandai, why don't Ryder and Sentai do what the fusion gimmick did?
Well, because
you mean they don't? Did ZO not happen? Did Decade not happen?
That's not fusing legendary writers.
How did they pronounce Belly? Oh, Hikaru, I want to get to that after, because I forgot the
I'm about to say, like Geo did fusion, it wasn't legendary.
Geo did armor. They didn't fuse legendary. They didn't fuse legendary writers together.
That's what I stated. But they still gave us a fusion, which was Trinity. That was still a fusion.
I want to say to counter Dunn's point.
but that's Trinity. That's using the current writers in the show.
I want to counter your point, Dunn, in terms of like Ryder and Sentai, because they've always not done fusion, but they've always had the merch with Bandai. This was like, for Super, it was like Ultraman wasn't in a good spot.
They have, and every writer has legendary merch, even if it doesn't play into the show. The legendary merch still happens.
Yeah, I'm talking about fusion specifically, though. Like, for Ultraman, it was like they weren't doing so hot at all at one point. And so they're like, all right, we gotta sell merch. How can we do that? Like, what does Ultraman have that we can make merch of? And like, you have all the kaiju and stuff like that. So this is just me. This is like my own personal headcanon. Don't really count this as fact. But what I think it was the fact that like they needed something to like bridge the gap. So like people would buy these Ultra toys and Ultra merch so they can get their money back. And I believe. Don't worry about that. I believe it was the fact that they brought in the old stuff, like the legacy stuff, and it was like, okay, we have these old.
If Ultraman wants to rely on the legacy merch, that's fine. I just think they could do it in a more creative way than doing fusions every time.
I agree.
No one's disagreeing at all.
No, I agree with this statement.
No one's disagreeing, but I will say that they did not.
Ryder and Sentai do. Yeah. Ryder and Sentai don't usually mention legendary stuff at all.
Okay.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying that's probably why they did it.
They also are less invested in having this bigger continuity going on.
That is true.
Like Ryder and Sentai, they don't care about there being this, these recurring monsters that'll show up from time to time. That's not really a thing. Whereas in Ultraman, it's a frequent occurrence, because monsters are a species, so occasionally you'll have more than one.
That's 100% fair.
But on top of that, it's also like a demographic thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of what Ultraman is doing is trying to appeal to an older fan that has watched like the Showa era Ultras back when they were a young blood.
So they can get their kids into it.
They're trying to they're trying to basically get multiple demographics working at the same time. And that's a mixed bag. So they're doing that, and to be efficient, they're doing it using fusion forms. I don't like it. I think it's dumb.
We agree with you that they don't have to use fusion forms.
And I'm saying all that's related to Supro, not necessarily just Bandai.
Now, see, here's the thing, though. Not necessarily, because Bandai looks at that and they're like, what are the demographics that are going to sell? Well, it's this older crowd that are typically watching Ultraman. And they know that from polling and surveys and whatnot. So they're like, we're going to make sure the merch is directed in that direction. So it is a Bandai thing. Like, make no mistake, Bandai has that much power and that much creative control.
Now, I want to interject.
So the writing is still.
Let's over get it started.
Okay. Because I want to interject on this real quick, because I get it that fusion has become a very recent thing, but it was not always a good for Ultraman. Even when the new generation Ultras first started, Ginga was not heavily focused on fusion whatsoever. He was not heavily focused on that. Wasn't even the main gimmick for it.
Yeah, I wanna like add on the Silvers. I think Ginga did it in an okay way. Where like
Ginga and X, because I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, because what Ginga did, his was focused towards the Legend Ultra perspective, which was fine, you know, but he didn't go too crazy with it or nothing like that. Because one, he did not try to fuse the Spark Host in any type of way to create a new form, because he did not need to do that. So, you know, and the thing is, he actually touched back on some of the legendary Ultras by giving him the ability to turn into them. Yeah. Which I thought was pretty neat. I thought that was a nice little touch up to you know, just to bring back a little bit of old Ultra suits that we all know and love from time to time. That's it. But where they mostly went crazy with it was when Orb started, because he was the main fusion gimmick Ultra that just occurred in the new generation Ultra. And then guess what happens after? We get another fusion based Ultra, which happens to be G.
I think in G's case it kind of works.
G worked to a point because they kind of gave it like a little bit of a backstory, which made it coherent with the G Riser. But the thing
tying back to our point of how the merch can work with the show, it just depends on the
right. Correct. Because the orb cards, it honestly did not really have a legend nor lore to it or where it came from. It was just there to serve a purpose that Orb needed something to fight with, because he lost his original power.
Are we down someone in the room? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Oh, alright. Look, thanks for showing up. So
I'm here, I have the thing up. Okay. Yeah, see you later, Sam.
See you. Alright.
This is where I feel like fusion is only comfortable. Is where they actually, where it's not a gimmick, but they have the bond between two Ultras fused, because I feel like that's a deeper meaning, and that's stronger.
Again, the actual characters.
Yeah,
I get that.
Now, like, I think Zet definitely. Sorry to cut you off, sir. I do want to believe that Zet kind of took that fusion thing a little too far. I'm one of the first to admit it, and I enjoyed Zet for what it was, but I definitely think they didn't really need that fusion joint going on. Definitely don't think that. And then on top of it, they have a whole they just had a few medals that weren't even used for anything. Like they were just like attacks.
Even terms of a form.
And the rim already crashed.
Freaking let's start. I'm gonna still rant about this. Nexus's medal.
Mm-hmm.
Get a form in any of the.
We may just need to create a room. Let's try to make it.
All right, so not only that, but like Rube didn't really do a fusion per se.
They were element based.
Yeah, they were element based. Yeah. They only fused the brothers.
And the sisters, they added her along with it.
Yeah, they fused each other, but that was like a family bond type of thing.
Yeah, that was a
and they kept having these like random shout outs to Orb that were just like, okay, are you gonna connect this in at all? And it's like, not really.
The only thing that they tried to connect is that
other than that being 50s.
Yeah. That's it. That's just the main thing. That's the only thing that they did tie in, other than the fact that.
Yeah, they're 050s. We don't really learn any more about 050 lifestyle. It's just
we really don't.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about Rube. There was a lot I wanted to like, and then just like every time it would do something where I'm like, "This is cool." There was always something else that it was doing at the same time. Where I was like, It's not gelling. It didn't gel. Like there was.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorites in the recent years.
Did Tiger do fusions? Like in terms of
they
like
only
kind of.
They only did one, and it was Tri-Trio.
Again, it was the characters that were already there.
Yeah, I was
like you do have like a power-up thing with Taiga's father with Taro, but that's like that's a father-son thing. That doesn't that's
a bond type of thing. It works.
It's still a power-up, but it's not like
my thing is with Taiga is because like Tri-Trio, that was their main fusion because it displayed the bond not only between the main three ultras but the human
Lace, hop on quickly.
I think his name was Lace.
Yeah, before it crashes.
No, you're not in the spot. Get in the spot. Get in the spot, Blaze.
Get in the spot and start it before it crashes.
You know, but it basically displayed and showed the bond between all four characters and what it led up to. And that I felt was really strong. And then on top of it, they did not go too crazy with the merchandise, and that was where I was happy with it. There were some things that I felt that the merch lacked, or the main device lacked anyway, but it was still pretty good because they did not have to rely on a fusion to make something good out of it. And like Photon Earth was one of my favorite forms from the show. And it was a power from the Earth, and that was something I thought was pretty sweet. You know, like they didn't have to rely on a whole ass fusion gimmick or none of that. And when Tri-Stream became his form, that was pretty damn good for me. That was good for me because they do not have to use gimmick every time.
That's kind of what I'm hoping for with Trigger.
So far,
it's going to be more like it's going to be more straight up. These are just form swaps, and not like we're absorbing so and so's power. Because I've been done with that since the first time they did that.
It doesn't seem like that's happening. It just seems like they really want to redo Taiga based on what I haven't seen Taiga, so.
Yeah.
Tiga, sorry.
See, there's Tiga and there's Taiga, so it's really confusing.
I'm feeling my friends got that confused. And that's what I'm happy about Trigger because they kept it simple, and I don't even care about the fact that his is a gun. His is a gun that turns into a spark laser. The traditional.
It's not. At least it's not the Ultraman with a gun. If he winds up having a gun, I'm done. I'm gonna like.
He already has a gun.
No, he means like the Ultra itself.
It's a gun that turns into a spark lens. It's basically the same thing that Victory did. Because Victory, his henchman item was a gun.
I'm just saying, there's a decent chance he just pulls out this spark lens and it's in Ultra mode. I'm just saying.
That's not a thing they do until Zed.
No.
Yeah, Zed was the one that did that.
Technically,
that was
Jeet has the. Okay, and Taiga too. Taiga did it with the sword thing, which looks kind of like the sword thing that.
I think
the other guy used.
X did it with the power, but that was like the power of it.
Oh, Orb did it too, didn't he, with Orb Caliber? Okay, so yeah, now I'm really friggin' worried. Thanks.
So what you're saying is,
what I'm saying is, I hate Modern Ultra, and it makes me sad. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, alright.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
2 for 1.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that was bad.
So let me pose this question to wrap up the merch discussion, because I feel like everyone's final thoughts were just like straight up said throughout that whole thing. Shinjai
here. Oh,
I got one question for you.
What's up?
Do you think a show should end because it's not selling enough merch?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Because if the merch isn't selling, then how the show isn't really doing a great job in advertising the product. Because when you make a show, you're also advertising not just the show, but future products of the show. Like especially when you're catering to kids, even though we're all grown as men and we want the figures, but still, you have to cater to that.
Okay.
I might disagree with that one. I don't feel like
I was posed this because I started thinking while we were discussing this of like a lot of Western media, that a lot of Western based like action media that like they gotta sell that merch. And then, like, there's some really good shows that end up getting canceled because they don't sell the merch, but no one knows
Right.
about the merch because they don't advertise the merch.
But you want to, right?
Here-
But
I'll let Silver go. Silver, you.
yeah, I was gonna say I disagree. Like I don't think a show should end because it doesn't sell merch. And here's one example in the Toku universe that I will still put up there, and they don't even rely on selling merch whatsoever. Garo. I will put Garo up there. Okay. This was a series that had went on for years, and they did not have to sell merch. Maybe every now and then they might sell a figure, but they did not have to rely just to keep the show alive. They had good storytelling. They had movies. They had animes. They still kept the franchise running, and they did not have to rely on merch. They did not have to rely on it whatsoever.
Garo is a decent counterpoint to it. But like,
I would also argue that if they just went around canceling shows willy-nilly because they had terrible merch sales, we would never have had Kuga, and thus we wouldn't have had Modern Rider. Because Kuga had like rock bottom merch sales. It had like no merch sales until Decade came out, and people were like, "Oh, this is really cool. Remember that? That was neat."
In terms of the first Heisei standards, Ryuki mostly was like the first. I'll say like in the phase 1 Heisei, Ryuki was like the first introductory in terms of merch, because the rider cards and all the other weapons and the advent weapons anyway, those became mostly the merch going forward. Because if you look up Kuga and Agito, barely the merch, but for Ryuki, they had the most out of the top 3 or the main 3 from phase 1.
okay.
Which isn't to say that all these things don't have merch, like Garo has. The rings sell in Garo.
Right, but they ain't the main.
But they're not. Those are like specialty collector items. They're not like oh, we're trying to sell for. But that's also partly a demographic thing. Is it's hard to sell shiny, noisy toys.
Damn it.
To grown-ass men. We are not a large market.
Yeah.
We are a pretty small market. In Japan, it's percentage-wise, it's a bigger market. But it is still not a huge market.
I just want some of the Soto figures, but I can barely find them.
I'm not sure I'm not really reliable or not.
I am going to say, if a show's main focus is, selling merch, and it's just, if the numbers just aren't there, then there's no reason to keep it going. If that's what the point of the show is supposed to be doing, then you should end it. Don't cancel it. Don't just stop it right there. Give it a chance to finish its story, damn it. But I would say
with both of these
go
points.
ahead and end it. But there's a lot of examples of shows like Garo where Garo's not focused on selling merch. Garo's just being Garo.
And the merch
works for
just
that.
comes for it because
They're
it's really
focused on
good.
storytelling, having different other
like Rider and Sentai. At the end of the day, they live and die by their merch.
Garo in some ways, I'll agree with Dunn, is kind of a bad example because it is, like, up until recently, like a Keita Amemiya passion project. And had nothing to do with trying to sell a series or a franchise. It was just like, we want to be a cool dark Toku series. But that's changed lately.
I don't know how that works, but I'm okay with this.
It's changed lately, but it's still like... It's still got its core target demographic. So it's still a valid argument because it is successful by any measure of the term, I would think.
And then must he not bring up the Metal Hero series? Like, I know they're not relevant as much, but they were still going at it.
I need them to try again with that because like if Q-Ranger vs Space Squad didn't do what it did, like didn't do as bad as it did, we probably would have kept going.
I don't know what exactly Toei was expecting. Again, I'm not in the business, so.
Yeah. I honestly, I see both sides of your point with this argument. Like, I agree with Shinjay and Dunn in the fact that if its main job is to sell that merch and it's not doing it, you gotta end it off.
Yeah, you just maybe not even forever. Maybe not even forever. Just give it a break.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna be a weird example, but who remembers New Coke?
New Coke.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Coca-Cola back in I think the 80s. They completely changed the formula to because they were starting to lose share to Pepsi, so they completely changed the formula to New Coke to try and gain an edge. It bombed terribly. It completely bombed terribly. But the funny thing is, when they went back to Coke Classic, when they brought back the original formula, they started posting shares even stronger than they were beforehand. So it's kind of like, if you take something away from the consumer, then when you bring it back, they'll realize, oh, we actually really like this.
You reminded me of that whole publicity stunt Mike and Ike did, where they were mutant.
Yeah,
and then they came back stronger. And then, they came back stronger. Like, yeah, we're together.
This wasn't on purpose. Even though there are some conspiracy theorists who think it was. But no, basically, just like, if you take something away for a while, there's a good chance that when you bring it back, it'll be stronger than before. So sometimes it's good to just give things a break.
Than before.
Exactly. That's just the point I'm trying to make.
No, that's a very good point. Gentlemen, I'm sorry. This discussion did take a pretty long time, but I did enjoy discussing the merch with all of you.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I like it.
All
right,
we're at our limit in terms of time, and I know it. Like,
we're at the limit. Aw, man,
yeah,
come on.
I'm sorry. The discussion was so good. I forgot about superhero time.
It's okay. There's always going to be more. Yeah. Until they stop making Toku entirely.
Oh god,
we won't have it anymore.
Alright, so
it would be a sad world, and I'm not sure I'd want to live in it.
Yeah, we're pretty.
Blaze, come on, one more, Blaze, one more.
One more, Blaze, one more.
Alright, last round it is then.
I haven't had a chance to be Kiva yet. Come on, I just got here.
Oh, right.
Everybody pick your best. Hold on a minute. I want exclusive rights to beat up Kiva. Unless we're on the same team. Let's do this. So, alright, yeah. Okay. You guys brought us some excellent points. Great points.
No, that was actually a very fruitful discussion. More fruitful than I thought it would.
Yeah, it was. It went on a little too long. So
I'm heading out. It was a pleasure of being here, and
Shinji,
I can't wait to.
I gotta let you.
Here.
I gotta let you plug yourself again before you leave. You gotta plug yourself.
Plug yourself while we're doing the final match.
You gotta plug yourself, my boy.
Alright, well, it's your boy.
Blaze,
Shinji.
Echo. Let's start the match while he's plugging himself.
Oh, right.
Well, I just want to say on behalf of Riders of the Grid, thank you again for having me.
No
it's
problem,
always a pleasure. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate what you guys do for the Toku Satsu community.
I'm sorry, the discussion kind of got a little heated. We ended up cutting each other off. Sorry about that.
Nah,
we appreciate you on the show, bro.
Nah, it's all. We all got hype, bro. We're getting hype. I was just cracking up at that one part. That homeboy went ham, and I'm over here like, the fuck?
Frank had a bit, man. He had a bit. He just couldn't do the bit.
I had the perfect opportunity. I had been engineering events to move towards that opportunity pretty much the entire night. Now, if you go back and rewatch this, you'll hear these very subtle nudges in the direction of certain topics where I can make a joke about not remembering something. Now, that it happened to be on Ghost, which is like maybe the least memorable Rider show outside of Wizard, is a whole nother can of worms.
Hey, Ghost is getting a renaissance though.
That was perfect.
Hey, it's good.
According to plan.
All according to Keikaku. Translator's note: Keikaku means plan.
hey, Hikaru like Ghost. You're welcome.
I remember, man. I missed TV.
I'm sorry. Shinji, continue. I'm sorry.
I like Ghost. Okay, Hikaru. I didn't hate it.
Yes.
Shinji, go. Sorry, I had to chat for a second.
Nah, you're good. But yeah, just like I said, thank you again. And I am going to work on a little surprise for you guys. A little gift. I'll probably have it for you guys in the morning or Tuesday.
Dude,
but it's something for you guys. It's not my best work, but it's something for you guys to use when you go live.
Oh man, this man Shinji out here. Look, dude, if y'all ain't following Shinji already, man, follow this man on Twitch.
And I know
him. He's doing great things.
I know. In the past that I came on the show, I did mention about doing a Super Sentai Kamen Rider D&D. I'm still in the works of that. I put the project on hold because during that time, like I said, I was in another organization, and I wanted to see how they operated, and it just wasn't for me. Like it was. I've been there for 6 months. There was
it's cool, bro.
There was no growth. There was no growth for fighting games there. It was all about Apex Legends. So, like I said, nothing against the owner or anything. I just wanted to move on and focus on other stuff than Apex Legends. But other than that, man, like I'm hyped. I'm hyped for next month. I'm hyped for the movie, the Gokaiger movie. I'm hyped for that.
Oh, that's gonna be so good. I can't wait.
I was gonna say, if any of you guys get it, we should have like a movie night or something.
I need to bring those back definitely, but
it'll take a while before it gets subbed. I don't think it's been out for a while, anyways.
I do want to do Toku movie nights, but I'm also scared to bring back Toku movie nights because of
I watch them raw. So, well, you don't need to like put it on Twitch. Like you can have it like privately on Discord. I don't think that's an issue. I know people that work on Discord, so I'll ask them like, hey, is it okay? But other than that, man, like I'm hyped. Like I said before, I want to support the riders of the grid. So any member here, you have my full support. So just want to let you guys know that from the bottom of my heart.
No, thank you, bro.
You guys have been through my ups and downs. And
this is exciting.
Yeah.
Not you, it's the fight.
Sorry, I got blasted in the face, and it was upsetting.
Hold on.
Oh, he got out of that.
Beep, beep. Here comes the fun bus.
But yeah, other than that, man,
that was a very fun bus. I enjoyed it.
Have a good night.
Not as much as the Magic School bus, but you know.
Alright, let him finish, guys, let him
Does not care.
Let him finish.
Sorry, but other than that, man, I can't wait for next month. I can't wait for you guys to see everything come to light and stuff like that. So
no, I'm actually very much into how appropriate.
There he goes.
How appropriate the room dies. I'm actually very looking forward to that because the group I'd been streaming with, who I think I exchanged maybe 100 words ever total with any of the given members total, basically just dissolved like a week or two ago. They just don't exist anymore. The guy who did it he's like, nah, I can't keep doing it anymore. I tried to support it and like do the merch thing, and it just wasn't working out. So I didn't get anything out of it anyway. Well, it's not like I was making money.
You have
so
us,
now I have an opportunity. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, it's time. This is a new beginning.
We'll talk, man. You hit me up. We'll talk.
Hey, Shinji's got Gundam now, so Gundam could be a thing for it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll do that with more frequency. I mean, I'm already looking at like I don't want to get a second job, but I'm willing to do extra streaming.
Hey, man, if you want to be the Gunpla guy, we'll work something out.
We got
Who's gonna give me like $100 a month to buy Gunpla because shit's expensive, bro. Come on. I have a tiny Gunpla collection. I am not the guy. Usami Renko, on the other hand, this man has the model kits.
Back in the day, things were cheaper. Now it's like, But
oh my god,
guys, thank you so much for being here.
Oh yeah.
Especially Shinji. No. Thanks again for like just being on the show. Just
yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Oh, that was a fun one. It's been a fun
time. This was a great
episode.
So thank you again for being here, bro. Thank you again.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anything for you.
Fun having you.
Take it easy, guys.
Oh man.
Later.
Later, thanks.
And later to everyone else in the podcast.
Yeah. Before we go though, we're gonna do a little read. I also wanted quick shout outs. Tomorrow's Mobile Suit Monday, so
Yay.
get ready for some Gundam action. Also, it's Mecha Mondays with Frag. Frag, what are you doing tomorrow?
I'm going. I think I am going to be continuing to do Custom Robo, which is the funniest game you've never played in your life. Not that. The funniest game you don't remember being hilarious. It's just. I'm going like every single week. I'm like, I cannot believe this all went over my head completely.
Oh yeah.
The first time I played it. I don't know what game I was playing because this is so funny.
We better get back to the epic story of Phil and Steve. They were robbed. They were
robbed. They need to come back. This is why I keep talking to all the NPCs. Is because they all have corny dialogue. I love it.
It's so funny.
Even
and
the
also
benches.
Yeah, I was about to say unique.
This is a low quality bench. This bench definitely has the proportions of something to be sat on. I'm like, why does it? Dud brings it up. Oh my god, I cannot believe somebody went to the effort to program dialogue strings for every single bench in this complex. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why.
So tune in for that Mecha Monday, Custom Robo with Frag, and Mobile Suit Monday with your boy, Commander Echo. We are playing some Gundam. Yeah, and remember, pick my mobile suit. You get to pick my mobile suit. Like, I ain't forget. I want to say special shout outs to the homies who made this podcast, who supported this podcast, because we just decided to do this on a whole whim. I'm like, yo, guys, you want to do a podcast? And they're like, sure, why not? Like, all right, cool, we got a podcast.
We got a bunch of new people in the Discord, right?
Have an excuse to play Climax Fighters every weekend? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask me to.
I don't even need to play Climax Fighters. I just need someone to talk to about all this nerdy stuff.
Yeah, that too. That too, for sure.
Because everyone in real life thinks I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Why would they think that?
I don't open up about these hobbies. There's reasons for that. At some point, I want to get laid again.
All right.
So there's that. I want to do special shout outs. Special shout outs to the guys who have made this possible. As you can hear the regular members now. We have Silver. We have Frag. We have Doug. Hikaru, you are a great guy. Hikaru's a great guy.
Alright.
We appreciate you, chat. We appreciate you. Also, shout outs to Shio, Clank, and Kazong. They weren't able to make it, but you guys still special to the group. So whenever y'all can come back, we here. We got you. We got your merch. We got your merch. Also, shout out Blaze, because he tries. He tries his best.
He tries. He does his best.
And Clank for being here as well. Those guys got to leave early, but this is how it is. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Yeah. And first things first, we're going to send the raid to our other honorary bro, like Shinji himself, Aru. So go ahead and stop in. You don't have to stay, but at least stop in and say hi. He is really cool after all. And we'll catch you guys next time for episode 69.
Nice.
Oh god.
Riders of the Grid.
Well, I need to get my wave ready. Wave. Here it is. There we go.
Final wave.
Shut the podcast.
Name code.
Podcast still going.
Last time.
Echo, end it.
I did. I am quiet.